605-252-5776. It'll be excellent. Brings a 13-plus, helping get great looking, durable surfaces from epoxy flooring. Huron and operated visited at 201 Market Street. Check out the website at fieldcittyplus.net. King Plus is a proud sponsor of Huron Tiger Sports. The Tiger Coach Interview is brought to you by the Scoreboard, downtown Huron. Enjoy fantastic burgers and basket meals, plus their many big screen TVs. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Continue the pregame beer homecoming night at Tiger Stadium. Huron Tigers hosting the Spearfish Spartans. Huron Tiger Coach Bruce Trent brought to you by the Scoreboard on 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Tigers and Spartans both with 3-1. Huron coming off a second consecutive road win, going out to Sturgis to win. And Coach had to be happy the way the kids responded, had adversity there to open up the game, gave up the early safety. But other than that, even though Sturgis did get within a couple of points a couple of different times, we took a quick lead there. It just felt like we were in control. Yeah, I thought our guys came out, they got the moves, kind of rolled through them, and then they just kind of went after it. And I thought everything on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, started to run a lot smoother for our guys, and they did a great job of just continuing on with the game, no matter what the situation was, and came over that early adversity, and then after that, they just kind of took over. Got to be happy the way we ran the ball. Had 200-yard rushers. I think it's been a while since we've been able to do that, and just everything was effective, and it just goes back that whole line's been together now for 2 consecutive years, and it's really starting to show. Yeah, those guys are really coming together, I know. I did a lot of talking to them between drives offensively last game, and that kind of helped them benefited, able to talk through some things and get their questions answered as the game was going on. So I definitely helped those guys out and just kept them going, and they've done a great job so far this year of just continuing on to the next play and next snap, and so they just got to continue that on and just keep moving the ball down the field. And it was great having 2 guys over 100 yards. Recent years, I think we've just had 1 guy, so it's nice to have 2 guys that are able to run the ball like that and have to do it for that quarterback. And defensively, again, when you look at it now, we gave up 1 big play, 1 sustained drive, and other than that, kept that Sturgis offense, especially the running game, in check. Yep, I mean, the bend no break mentality that they got did a fantastic job of stopping those explosive plays, having that 1 big run, a couple big runs in there, but other than that, I thought our defense did great. They held off, no big pass, explosive plays for them. Just got to continue to do those things well as we move forward. Now, Spearfish comes in like us. They're 3-1, along with 6 teams that are 3-1 right now in the 11 AA. Spearfish will present a different package for the last couple of weeks. They will throw the ball. They got some receivers. Just overall, they're solid in the skills. Yeah, overall, their skill guys are pretty good from watching film. They got a lot of guys that they can throw the ball to. They got a lot of athletes around there that can make plays. So we'll definitely have our way cut out for us in the passing game side of it. But the run game wise, they did just as well, or effective in just creating running lanes for the running back and him going through and finding those gaps and just kind of exploding through those. So we just got to contain that and be well aware of the pass game coming into the night. Spearfish defensively throughout the first half of the first area, their defense has been solid. Yeah, I mean, they got a strong defense. They got a really good defense, and they bring a few blitzes here and there and try to mix it up. So we just got to have our O-line talking and our guys kind of communicating and just get our guys into the right checks and have answers for them when they come out in different looks. Carter Polish back in the lineup, missed the last game and a half with that knee injury, and he's looking at him in the practice. Looks like he isn't missing anything. Yeah, I mean, he's full going. It'll be nice to have everybody back and everybody in full swing. I know, there's been a lot of things, where we miss Carter and we don't have him having that height on the field, so it'll be nice to finally have him back in there for Anderson as a target. But just staying true to what helped Andy out last week of not having him and not being able to bail him out of situations and having to read his keys on pass plays, and he did a fantastic job of that. Hopefully we can continue that on moving forward and then add in Carter with that. We'll have it up to this close to golden question. It is homecoming week, so always the kids focus in on targeting, and I guess at the end of the day, this is the seniors. While it is their final homecoming, they also need to take control of the team, say, you know what, we're focused at 7 o'clock Friday night. Yeah, I kind of tell the guys, this is This is their time to celebrate them and all the fall activities we have here at Huron for homecoming. But we got a mission, we have a one goal, and these guys have done a fantastic job of coming out each week and just knowing our challenge and knowing that we want to go 1-0. And hopefully, you know, I think the senior leadership and our leadership group has a good mindset of that. We just have to continue that and remind that and keep that going in the game here tonight. Coach Huron Tiger football. Coach Stream brought to you by the scoreboard. Coach Stream downtown Huron. We have the lineups. We have the anthem. We have the homecoming football coming up next on Dakota Sports on Tiger. Jeremy and Marlene and the entire crew.
Oh, that's Neville second.
Stopping at the scoreboard. There's a 46 Bridge Street Sausage in here. Between the 12 members are helping out to the scoreboard here on .com. There's college football and the NFL. You can watch all of the exciting action on one of the many big screen TVs. So we also have the Friday night interviews in the next event. That's the 7580. Have a good time with both friends at the scoreboard bar and grill. Now, go get them Tigers. And car chiropractic, Huron sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. Take it sideline and right. Whether you're a weekend warrior, an athlete, or just want staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continue to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding fines or missing jury duty or utilities being shut off or non-payment, toll road fines, or you've run a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency that you need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts. And you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division. Here's this today for play-by-play. You're on Tiger. This is Jordan, number 5, wide receiver, safety. Brandon Hall, number 9, running back in linebacker. Riley Winiger, number 18, receiver and quarterback. Jose Hanson, number 20, linebacker and running back. Kevin Hayes, number 23, receiver and quarterback. Charlie Martin, number 2, DM and center. Noah Dale, 55, DM. Ocean Wood, number 64, DM. Olivia, number 75, DM to right tackle.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. I'm Jeff Duffy as we get set for Homecoming 2025 here on Tigers hosting the Spearfish Spartans. Both teams at 3-1. Both have aspirations this year. Both have been ranked. Huron is still ranked up here in the receiving votes category, but basically there's a top 6 right now in 11 AA with those 6 teams all at 3-1. Let's do a scoreboard update from 7 Suns Heating and Air. Have some games already underway in 11 AAA. At the half, Jefferson leads O'Gorman 29-21. Early second quarter, Brandon Valley 47, Rapid City Central 0. Midway through the second quarter, Harrisburg 28, Stevens 0. Do have some finals around the area too. Some earlier games today in Class 9B. Hitchcock-Tulare defeated Sunshine Bible 42-22. Del Rapid St. Mary put up 78. Del Rapid St. Mary 78. Iroquois Lake Preston 24. A battle of top 5 teams in 9B. Sully Buttes edged Fulton 30-22, and that was a rematch of last year's 9B state championship game. And that's about what we have here for the scores at this point. Still early in the evening, but already some games final and some games that got an early start here tonight on this very warm Friday night. That's your 7 Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update, 605-352-5316. Big crowd pouring into Tiger Stadium as to be expected. On homecoming night, always have a great crowd for this. And right now, everybody's just a little antsy and would like to start playing ball, but we're getting close to the starting lineups, and then we'll be ready to go from there. Make sure that we do the starting lineups here before we do the anthem. Spearfish wanted their defense introduced, so that's what we'll do for their starters. We'll go with the Huron offense coming up here as well. Quick reminder of on behalf of Huron Tiger Volleyball, Well, I guess we are going to do the anthem now. We will talk about volleyball, though, as well. Anthem coming up, so we'll take a timeout, 2 minutes, return here to Tiger Stadium, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dining-in, carry-out for fast delivery. Every delivery for delivery or carry-out, you can call at 252-6925. Not sure what to order from your realistic menu? Then dine in and try your famous Godfather's buffet. Featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. But locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. Located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 252-6925. The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant sleep screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Kimmy Olson, the local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgageandbasin.com or call 353-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDMC, equal housing lender.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Now we're back at Tiger Stadium. Let's give you the starters. First off, the starters defensively for Spearfish. Carson Sire will start at a defensive back. Jack Hewlett at a linebacker. Thomas Hughes, Cade Vavruska, defensive backs. Lathan Lucas, a linebacker. Graham Hughes, a defensive back. Brock Lewis, a linebacker. Linebacker Samuel Marcus, defensive lineman Asher Hodges, Asher Peel, and Easton Walters. Starting offense for the Huron Tigers along the line, Charlie Martin is the center. Nolan Staley is a tackle along with Reagan Dirksen. The guards are Jackson Greenfield and Corden Caudell. The wide receivers are James Schultz Jr., Mason Jurgens, and Riley Winiger. The tight end is Carter Porish. Tailback is Landon Holst, and the quarterback is Anderson Porish. Tom Teason is the head coach of the Spearfish Spartans. Drew Strand, the head coach of the Huron Tigers. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our matchup here tonight, the crew assigned by the South Dakota High School Activities Association. They are the law on the field, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. So ready to go here tonight. We still have the flip to go, and as I mentioned, I was talking about the Huron Tiger volleyball team. They have everything set for their Breast Cancer Awareness Night, always a popular event. Breast Cancer Awareness Night will be Tuesday, October 14th, when they host Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Of importance right now, they do have special pink T-shirts ordered, or taking orders for their special pink T-shirts to wear that night, but they do need to have orders in by Sunday night. So if you would like to have or get one of those T-shirts ordered, the cost is $24. All profits from the T-shirts will go to HRMC Foundation We've Got You Covered program, which offers reduced and free mammograms to women in need right here in our area. All the money raised stays right here at HRMC. Also, they are looking for items that you might like to donate for a silent auction. And again, 100% of that money will go to the HRMC Foundation. We Got You Covered program. Contact any member of the Huron Tiger Volleyball program, and they will take care of you on that. And again, get back to those T-shirts. The deadline is Sunday night to get those T-shirts ordered, and we do have the link posted on our Huron Radio News Facebook page. Flip coming up, and then we'll be ready for kickoff tonight here on Tigers, Spearfish Spartans. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. Kickoff on the way on Dakota Sports.
Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Once again, back here at Tiger Stadium, getting finished up with the flip. We'll see. It looks like it'll be, or Spearfish won the toss, and they chose to receive. I believe this will be the first game this year. It's game number 5, the first game this year where Huron is kicked off to start off the game. Now, the wind will be a factor, I assume, throughout the evening. I mean, it's pretty stiff out of the pretty much straight south, looking at the flag there at the south end of the stadium. It's been stronger today, I think, but definitely I think it will still have an impact on the game. And, well, Spearfish is going to have to go into the wind to start off the game, and Huron will have the opening kickoff with the wind to their back. Spearfish wearing their road whites. They have maroon numbers and letters, little maroon trim, maroon helmets. Nice big numbers. I appreciate that. Again, Spearfish Spartans. Huron Tigers wearing the orange. Always like it when Huron wears the orange. The orange jerseys with white numbers, black pants with an orange and white stripe on the bottom, black helmets with an orange tiger on the side for the Tigers. Anderson Porridge is set to kick off as the Spartans will come back and show their receiving team. Never did get the starters for Spearfish, so I'm just kind of going on as we speak. And, well, it's the quarterback back there, Thomas Hughes. He's, according to their coach, probably the best all-around athlete that they have on the field. He's the quarterback. He has run some at wide receiver in the past as well. He is back there along with Carson Sire. And Anderson Porridge will kick the ball off with the wind to his back. Kick is just going to be a squibber, goes over the first lineman, then just going to be covered and put down right about at the 33-yard line. And the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 on the opening possession of the game. Again, Thomas Hughes is the quarterback. Their main running back is Mick Bosch, and they have some tall receivers that the Tigers will have to deal with here during the course of this game. Put the ball at the 33-yard line for the 1st and 10 for the Spearfish Spartans. Well, still messing around. We got to get the ball changed. I guess they do have special kicking balls. And they are in the shotgun for Hughes on the 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Bosch standing right beside Hughes, and we get our first snap of the game. Snap to Hughes, and he's looking to pass, and under some pressure, steps up, and he's got a big lane to run to the 40, to the 45, still on his feet, past the 50, then slides down to the 48, and that's where Hughes is so dangerous. He is a very difficult player to tackle. He can make plays in space, and he just made one there for the tune of over 20 yards. 18 yards, we'll call it, and 1st and 10, and right away, the Spartans are on the Huron side of the 50-yard line. Bring a man in motion, dribbled, snapped, and Hughes still has it on the ground. Big scramble, and Hughes did get on top of it. He just beat Landon Hulse there. The snap was dribbled to him, and he just could not come up with the hot potato there. Loses 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 15 for Spearfish. You get a little break from with the bad snap. You need to take care of it. 2nd and 15 back at the 46-yard line. And Hughes again to pass all kinds of time. He's going to throw short, and he's got a man wide open underneath. Going to that far sideline, gets a screen, and there's going to be a couple of flags in. That's going to be an illegal block. The pass was completed to Carson Sayer. He got about 8-9 yards, but there was a block downfield, and I think that was in front of everybody because it drew about 2 or 3 flags. Officially, they call block in the back on Spearfish. So they'll walk it off from the spot of the foul, which was the Huron 43-yard line, and basically it was about a 10-yard penalty, so they gained 10 yards and then had to give it back on the penalty. So we're still, now we'll call it a 2nd and 14 for Spearfish. Bring a man in motion, that's Vavruska. And back to pass, Hughes. Now he's going to come up the middle again, and again he's got some big running room. Finally gets caught from behind. Noah Adams and Riley Winiger got him, but it's a big yardage again as Hughes just so elusive. And he makes it a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and about 4 after a gain of 10 on the play. 3rd and 4 for Spearfish from the Huron 43-yard line. 3rd down and 4 from the 43. They're in the shotgun again, trying to draw Huron off on the long count. Now Hughes kind of looks over to the sideline. He's got 2 seconds on the play clock, and now the Spartans take timeout. I think they're trying to draw Huron off. Huron didn't bite. And an early timeout for Spearfish. No score. We're just underway here from Tiger Stadium. A 3rd and 4 coming up after this timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Reinsurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized barrel fishing stations, lectures, and sports, of course. About signing, logos, and lighting, and success now. Sports, of course. Now sponsored the Tigers, CD Sports, downtown Huron. You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
3rd and 4, Spearfish at the Huron 43-yard line. An early timeout by the Spartans, again in the shotgun. And we'll hand it off this time up the middle, bounce out, break 1 tackle, and going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down. Tackle made by Juergens with some help from Oakley Anderson. And it's going to be 4th and 1 after a gain of 3 on the play for Mick Bosch. So 4th and 1, Spearfish will go for it. Why not? You're into the wind. You're on the Huron side of the field. 4th and 1, they stay in the shotgun. Hughes will hand it off again up the middle. Bosch and spins, gets the 1st down and maybe another yard before he's driven back by Owen and Bischoff. But it is enough for the 1st down. So for second 1st down of the game for the Spartans, as going to be a gain of 3 yards on the play for Mick Bosch. And quickly to line, Spearfish 1st and 10. And again, it's Bosch up the middle, and right now, Spearfish able to run the ball. There's another 5 or 6 yards on the play. Charlie Martin and Oakley Anderson on the stop for Huron. That's a gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4. Spearfish just getting big chunks of yardage running the ball on this opening drive of the game. Again, Hughes remains in the shotgun here on 2nd down and 4. Gets some motion. Now Hughes will keeping himself. He's under some pressure trying to get away. Now he throws it. I don't think that was a design play, and it's going to be a drop for a loss. That was supposed to be a run, and then Hughes was in trouble, and he just flipped it out to one of his tight ends. Couette made the catch, but loses a yard on the play. Charlie Martin on the stop for Huron. Now 3rd and 4 for Spearfish at the Huron 32-yard line. Again in the shotgun, no huddle, and Hughes going to keep it on the draw up the middle. Weaves his way through traffic. He's very close to the first down. Oakley Anderson on the tackle for Huron. And officials taking a look at it, and well, they haven't moved the down marker yet. And are they going to bring the sticks in, or are they going to say it's a first down? Still waiting for a decision here, and now they are going to say a first down. So Hughes needed 4, got 4. 3rd first down this possession on the opening drive of the game for Spearfish. And they are 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of Huron. Hughes in the shotgun. Will fake the handoff. He's trying to weave through the middle, and he's going to get stood up and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Ty Kleinsasser, Charlie Martin was there again. Charlie's been active here early on. Going to be a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 for the Spartans. Put the ball back near the 29-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go, first quarter. This is the opening possession of the game, and Spearfish slowly driving it down the field. And handoff up the middle. And again, Huron ready as they stuff Bosch going up the middle. Oakley Anderson in there defensively for Huron, along with Bischoff. Is going to set up the first 3rd and long of the game for the Spartans as they lose another couple of yards. 2 runs have lost 3 yards. And Spearfish is now back just outside the 30, and they got to get to about the 18 for the first down. Slot right, shotgun, and back to pass Hughes. He's got plenty of time. He's looking deep. He'll throw deep in the middle of the field. The pass complete, and down at the 1. Just way too much time for Hughes back there, and the pass was complete down to the 1-yard line. A gain of 31. And a 1st and goal for Spearfish. Well, Hughes just had all day to stand back there, and you just can't cover that long. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll give it to Bosch up the middle, and he's hit and dropped for a loss. Kleinsasser in there along with Bischoff. And 2nd and goal, and they lose about a yard on the plate. It'll be 2nd and goal now from the 3. Stay in the shotgun with Bosch right beside Hughes. Now Bosch shifts left to right, takes the inside handoff, and he's hit by Kleinsasser and dropped back. They'll spot it at the 6. Kleinsasser shot the gap, and nobody picked him up. Loss of 3. It's going to be 3rd and goal, and Spearfish was at the 1. Now they're back at the 6 for a 3rd and goal. We've already used up over half of the first quarter here. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Spearfish on 2 runs has went backwards. Their 3rd and goal at the 6. Trips right, 1 receiver left. Vavruska goes in motion, kind of hesitated, and looking to the left, and Hughes going to go left. Now he's going to throw back at the end zone, intercepted. He tried to lob it, and Bischoff with the pick. Cooper Bischoff with the pick in the end zone, and a long drive comes up empty for Spearfish. Hughes was, I think it looked like he was just undecided if he should run it or throw it. He probably wasn't going to make the goal line, but he was going to get close anyway, and then he just tried to lob it in the back there to Vavruska and played perfectly by Cooper Bischoff, and the Huron Tigers turn Spearfish back, and Huron finally gets the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20. They're in the pistol for Anderson Porish, trips left. have the win. Going to float it out to the near side. That's Juergens. Has a couple of blockers. He'll get up close to the 25. Get what you can. Hughes on the stop as he drove Juergens out of bounds. Just that safe bubble screen there. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Huron from their own 25-yard line. Huron offense just needs to answer, get a few first downs after Spearfish showed they can move the ball. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Porish again looks right this time. He'll throw over the middle, and that's intercepted by Hughes off the hands, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. It went through the hands of Carter Porish and right to Hughes, and he's able to take it 31 yards for the touchdown. And Spearfish goes up 6-0. Wow. I'm going to call that 31 yards on the pick return by Hughes. And Spearfish goes up 6-0. Sam Marcus on to kick the extra point for Spearfish. Snap is there. The kick is up. It's high enough, and it's no good. 6-0 Spearfish on the pick six by Hughes. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Well, Spearfish, that's the way you bounce back. You have a long drive, you throw a pick, but then on the second play after, you just get a pick six, so you still score anyway, 6-0 after the mixed extra point. Spearfish with the early lead. So now Huron to settle down. It's been a long week of activities, a long day today with the parade and everything, but hey, there's a football game going on. We got to be ready to go. Juergens and Holst are back deep to receive the kick from Marcus. Marcus has some family connections back here in Huron. So Huron now needs to find an answer here after the offense turns it over, and Spearfish has the early lead. Squib kick, going to bounce up and get all the way back there. Juergens, a little trouble at the handle, grabs it at the 10. He'll come up the middle of the field, past the 25, past the 30, still running, finally brought down at about the 37. Tough running by Juergens. And Huron with some decent field position, 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Juergens did a good job of running there, and boy, until you wrap him up, he was just going to keep going. 1st and 10 now at the 37. Again, Huron does have the wind to their back. In the pistol with 2 receivers right and 1 left on the first down play. Porish takes the snap. Up the middle is Holst, and nothing there as he stacked up in the middle of that line. First guy in was Asher Peel. Holst gets back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, and that's it. No gain, 2nd down and 10. From the 37-yard line. We're nearing 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Spearfish on a pick six has an early 6-0 lead. Huron needs an answer. Slot left, 1 receiver right. In motion goes Juergens on 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, Juergens, this time more of a hole, but going sideways, breaks a tackle 40 and up close to the 45. Broke the tackle of Hughes, and I got him a couple, 3-4 more yards. He's up to the 44. Gain of 7 for Holst. Sets up Huron with a 3rd and 3 from their own 44-yard line. Tiger offense needs an answer here inside of 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Spearfish up 6-0. Huron with a 3rd and 3 from the 44-yard line. Still in the pistol with Hulse behind Porish. Porish looking to pass. Throws short. The pass complete to Carter Porish. And he's got the first down ridden out of bounds by Vevruska. But just a simple out to get the first down. Huron does. First down of the game for Huron. Just a simple 4-yard gain. 5-yard gain, but that's enough for the first down. 1st and 10 now, Huron at their own 48. And on the tackle, the chain got damaged, so we may have an official's timeout. They may have to go find the backup chain. Yep, they have a bent-up chain, so off that tackle. So an official's timeout while they go grab another chain. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
From the Huron, August Blizzard event is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1330 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Once again, we're back here in Tiger Stadium where looks like maybe they got the chains up and back. Now they're measuring to make sure they do reach 10 yards. Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Yankton leads Pierce 7-0. Sturgis leads Aberdeen 7-0. T-Area leads Mitchell 7-0. Everything's early on your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. So it looks like we have the chain issue settled. Huron will have 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Each team with a turnover. Huron's more costly because it cost them 6 points. The other hand, Spearfish's interception of the time was big because it cost them 6 points. They were inside the 10-yard line when they threw the pick. Well, still messing with the chain. I thought we were ready to go. Both teams are lined up, and now the umpire is telling both to back up a bit. Impressive, too. Spearfish has a student section over there. They're wearing the neon over there. Not big, but I can hear them across the way. And still working on the chain. I thought they had it settled. Both teams were ready to take a snap, but I guess we're still working on the chain. Again, it was Vadvruska pushing Carter Porish out of bounds, and I think they both hit the lead pole of the chain, and that's where the pole got injured. See if we got any other updates here. Watertown leads Douglas 13-0 midway through the first quarter. Our game over on KOKK. Miller, Highmore, Herald, and Winter. No score on that yet. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and Wagner, pair of top 5 teams in 11B. They're scoreless late in the first. Hey, we're finally ready to go. 1st and 10 Huron from their own 48-yard line after the delay. And Porish going to roll left. He's in trouble. He's throwing a dangerous pass, incomplete. There was a big rush coming up. Sam Marcus came charging up the middle, unaccounted for. And Porish threw a very dangerous pass in the direction of Juergens. Best case scenario, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Boy, Spearfish being very aggressive defensively, and Marcus came through untouched. He wears a lineman number, but he plays mostly linebacker on defense. 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun for Anderson Porish. Here comes the blitz from the right. Handoff up the middle, and the blitzer able to get Hulse from behind. That was Coulette who came in, read it perfectly. And really no gain on the play for Hulse. Will give him a yard. It's going to be 3rd and a long 9. But again, read perfectly by Coulette. Again, he was blitzing from the right side. Read it was a run, not a pass, and he came right behind and just tackled Hulst. So 3rd and a long 9 for Huron between the 48 and 49-yard line. Inside of 3 minutes to go. First quarter, Spearfish 6, Huron 0. In motion is Winiger. Now he'll stop. Straight drop, a little more time for Porish, waiting. He's going to throw to the near sideline, incomplete. Overthrown, intended for Winiger. Both Sire and Hughes were there. Fourth down, Huron will have to punt. That time the wind probably took a little air off of that. So Huron, Anderson Porish with the wind will be asked to kick the ball and pin Spearfish back. I believe it's Vavruska that's back deep to receive the kick for the Spartans. Porish gets the snap, a little bit of a rush, nice high kick, angles off to the right, bounces at the 10, and will roll on into the end zone, touchback. So that'll be a 51-yard punt, 31-yard net. And Spearfish will have it first and 10 at the 20-yard line with 2:28 to go. First quarter, and Spearfish leading 6-0. Tiger defense, see if they come up with a plan, as Spearfish was able to move the ball pretty rapidly downfield before they turned it over. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Bosch and Hughes in the backfield. Looks like a double tight end with two receivers left. Now Vavruska comes in motion. And the handoff Bosch, and he tries to get away from Holst and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be it. Holst was the first man in. Ty Kleinsasser came to finish off. Loss of 1, second and 11. Back at the 19-yard line for the Spearfish Spartans. Again, like we see with most teams this year, Spearfish does not huddle. I think Sturgis is the only opponent Huron's had this year that has huddled. Motion, Coulette on the second and long. Straight drop for Hughes. Again, all times to throw. Now they throw short, and is that going to be a flag? It is. As Coulette was coming across, and I'm not sure if that was Anderson or Hulse, but somebody was draped all over him. Pretty easy call for the official to make. First penalty on Huron, and that's going to cost him a first down instead of third and long because that pass wasn't going to be completed. It's going to be a first and 10 after they do the 10-yard penalty against the Huron Tigers. So mark the ball up to, I guess it's actually going to be second and 1. Second and 1, that does not carry an automatic first down, so it's second and 1 for Spearfish. Just inside the 30-yard line, trips right, Vavruska in motion. And looking to pass is Hughes, throws short. The pass is complete, near side Sire, and he'll be shoved out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Anderson was there for Huron along with Hulst. And a first down for Spearfish. Spot the ball up to the 37, a gain of 8. And again, Spearfish has shown they can move the ball on the Tiger defense, a defense that has been stingy the last 3 weeks. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. And play action, pass over the middle, pass complete to Coulette, and he's got some room past the 50, the 45. Near sideline, finally tackled down to the 31, a crossing route. Coulette did a good job of following his blocker, Sire. And a big play again for Spearfish all the way down to the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 31 and another first down for Spearfish. Again, starting with Hughes has had all kinds of time to throw back there. Now they have first and 10 at the Huron 32-yard line. And off up the middle, Bosch breaks one tackle. He's into the second layer, down inside the 20, down to about the 18. That'll be a gain of 13 or 14 for Bosch and another first down. And right now, Spearfish just blowing off chunks here. Gain of 13 and another first down for Spearfish. We're inside of 1 minute to go in the first quarter, a first quarter that's been dominated by Spearfish. Although they only lead 6-0, and that was on a defensive touchdown, but Spearfish has controlled the ball. First and 10 again. Again, Hughes to pass. Pumps. Now he's in some trouble. Gets away. Comes to the sideline and will throw, and incomplete. It was bobbled going out of bounds by Sire. Incomplete, and that is the first incomplete pass thrown by Hughes. He had hit on his first 5 passes. Second down and 10, just inside the 20-yard line. Clock stops at 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Trips left, one receiver right, and Hughes in the shotgun. Huron stunts and jumps. Had a jump in the middle there that time. That'll cost Huron 5. Second penalty, 15 yards. Now second and 5, just inside the 15-yard line. And Spearfish again threatening, already up 6-0. And in scoring position again. Trips left, one receiver right. In the pistol. And handed off to Bosch. He's going to be hit and dropped for a loss in the backfield. Oakley Anderson there. And then on to finish it off was Ty Kleinsasser. And going to be a loss. Well, basically, where are we at here? Going to be third and about 10. Basically, they lost the penalty yardage there. And now third and 10. Third and 9 at the 18-yard line for Spearfish again. Huron stunning, and again, somebody jumped. And Huron gives up another 5. Boy, Huron just not doing heads-up ball right now, and they give the 5 yards right back to Spearfish. Third penalty, 20 yards, 2 penalties here on this set of downs for Spearfish. And now we're sitting at about 3rd and 5. 3rd and 4, we'll call it, from the 14, 13-yard line. And that will get us to the end of the first quarter. 6-0 Spearfish. Spearfish is driving. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
According to their third potential, there's the ration provide everything they need, but the experienced team consultants and Huron team help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a fast life, the team consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. Subscribe to the kind of trusted class service and knowledge you can count on. Huron Teams, your local team supplier. When the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. On Huron Regional Medical Center, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org. Because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. And that's the one to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Starting the second quarter, Spearfish 6, Huron 0, and Spearfish driving. They have a 3rd and 4 just inside the Huron 15-yard line. Spearfish had over 9 minutes of possession time in that first quarter. 3rd and 4 from the 14-yard line. Shotgun, low snap, Gibson straight drop. Goes to that corner of the end zone, tipped in the air, incomplete. Well defended by James Schultz Jr. He played it perfectly. The pass intended for Sire. 4th down, and the offense staying on the field for the Spartans. 4th and 4, I can't emphasize how big of a play this is for the Huron Tiger defense. A chance to get off the field on 4th and 4 for Spearfish just inside the 15-yard line. In the shotgun, Hughes, low snap again. He's going to roll right. Has some pressure, now still in trouble. Now throws back, still under pressure. Finally gets rid of it and completes it to Sire for the touchdown. Oh, Huron had all kinds of chances. Hughes kept the play alive with his feet. And then you had Sire just jump over the Huron defensive back and scores for the touchdown. 14 yards, and Spearfish goes up 12-0. Well, we couldn't quite finish the play. We had a good rush, and Hughes was just continuing to back up. He was running out of sideline there, then just flipped it up to where his receiver was taller than the Huron defensive back. Here's the flip now, and Coulette will run it in for the extra point. But we do have a flag on the play, holding on Spearfish, so that'll cost him 10, and also take the 2 points off the board. It'll still be 12-0 Spearfish. Now see if they want to come in and kick the extra point. Right now, it looks like Hughes is staying out there. But on the hold, that'll take them back to the 13. It looks like they're still going to go for the 2-point conversion. And again, they have all those tall receivers, and they just may do a jump ball here anyway. 3 receivers left, 1 right. And straight drop, and Hughes will throw to that corner. There's Sire again, and that's incomplete. Okay. Little contact there, no call, so no good. It's 12-0 Spearfish with 11:43 to go here in the first half. 12-0 Spartans. Timeout, 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
1919 rookie is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
Tiger 95 and 1330 KIJZ.
Wake-up call for the Huron Tigers. They're down 12-0. As Spearfish has controlled this first 1 quarter plus. The only negative for Spearfish, they've missed both tries. And it's 12-0. Juergens and Holst are back deep to receive the kick from Sam Marcus. That was a squib kick, although it did go all the way back to Juergens last time Spearfish kicked. And now it's going to be an end over end. Of course, he's got the wind to his back, and we'll go into the end zone touchback. Huron will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Time for the offense to get going. Offense is 1 first down, just hasn't been able to get a lot going. And now Huron will also be into the wind. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Huron, see if they can come up with some answers offensively. They've just been outplayed to this point by the visiting Spartans. In the shotgun on 1st and 10 for Porish. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And handoff straight up ahead. Hulst, he's got a little crease up past the 25, up to the 26. Sam Marcus on the stop, but a gain of 6, maybe close to 7. We'll call it 6 for Hulst, 2nd and 4. Ball at the Huron 26-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and the pistol formation with Hulst right behind Porish. Here comes the blitz, and it went right by the blitz. Hulst comes off to the right side, head down up to the 40. The blitzer came in, and boy, I don't know how he did not get there early. Lathan Lucas came in and almost tackled the handoff, but he tackled Porish, but Porish got the ball to Hulst, and Hulst gets 14 yards out of it up to the 40. 1st and 10 for Huron. Again, I thought for sure a flag was coming out on that, but I guess he timed it just perfectly. 1st and 10 Huron at their own 40-yard line. Stay in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Porish getting some signals out there to Schuhart, who's the receiver out wide left. Porish looking to pass. He's going to have to bail out a bit and throws it short. Nobody was open, and of course into the wind as well. Pass was intended for Schuhart, incomplete, 2nd down and 10. I think he wanted to go deep originally, but Spearfish had the coverage on track. 2nd and 10 for Huron from their own 40-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go, first half. Spearfish 12, Huron 0. And Huron snapping from the 40-yard line. Slot right, one receiver left, and the shotgun for Porish on 2nd down. Here comes the blitz off the right, and that time he definitely went over. Same guy as 2 plays ago, Lathan Lucas. He just jumped coming off the right side. Like I said, that big gain by Hulst, he came flying in there, and how he got in there wasn't early was a surprise to me, but this time, easy call. 3rd penalty, 25 yards on Spearfish. Now 2nd and 5 for Huron from the 45-yard line. Now we have a whistle from the back judge and a conversation with the officials. 10:24 to go, first half. I'm going to put 8 seconds back on the clock. So 2nd down and 5 Huron from the 45-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right, shotgun. Porish, inside handoff to Hulst, jukes one guy, puts his head down, leans forward, should have the first down as he gets up to the 50. Marcus on the stop for Spearfish. Going to put the ball right at the 50, past the 50, and it's a first down for Huron. Gain of 5 for Hulst. Needed 5 and got 5 in a couple of inches. So the ball squarely on midfield for Huron, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Hulst has broken a couple of nice runs on this possession. Slot left, 1 receiver right. Shotgun with Kleinsasser in the backfield now with Porish. Here comes the blitz, I believe. Breaks 1 tackle. He get about 5 yards up to the 45. Was using his single blocker over there. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Huron. Now at the Spearfish 45-yard line. This is a short, safe pass, and again, they are going into the wind. The wind is significant enough, it does affect going this direction, kicking and passing. In the pistol on 2nd down and 5. Here comes another blitz. Porish going to fake, keep it himself. He'll lean forward, get another first down. He ran it to the right. The blitz came from the right. Anderson went the opposite way, and he just had a hole over there for a gain of 6, his first carry. And Huron registers another first down. 1st and 10 as they have the ball up to the Spearfish 39-yard line. Huron's done most of this on the ground and into the wind. It's like Hulst is back in at the pistol back on 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Porish looking to pass, has some time, steps up, gonna throw it deep down the middle for Carter. Porish. And was it intercepted? Incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Spearfish. The defensive back thought he did catch it. And that was double coverage there. Spearfish had it covered well. Carter did have a chance at it. Again, I couldn't see who the defensive back was there, but Huron might have been fortunate there because looks like it was Hughes back there. So now 2nd down and 10. Now Bischoff comes in, Juergens comes out. And Huron goes with a double tight end on 2nd down and 10. Handoff, Hulst up the middle, going left, follows his blockers, head down, past the 30, and squirts forward to about the 26. Just did a power that time with the double tight end, and Hulst gets another first down for Huron. Gain of 12 on the play to the 27. 1st and 10, Huron Tigers. By far the best possession the Huron offense has had here this evening. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Spearfish 27-yard line. In the shotgun, wing left and handoff straight ahead again. Hulst gets past the 25, maybe to the 24. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 24-yard line. 8th carry here now for Hulst, and Huron quickly back to the line. No huddle. And here's the pitch back to Hulse. Going to go wide left, but he runs out of real estate, runs out of bounds, gets a few yards upfield, forced out over there by Lathan Lucas. And only a gain of a couple. I thought he got a little further upfield. Gain of 2 on the play, and that's going to be 3rd and 5 for Huron from the 22-yard line. 2 down territory, I'm sure, for Huron. Clock stopped at 8:13 to go in the first half. Spearfish leads 12-0. Straight up the middle goes Porish and gets stopped right at the 20. Boy, he got stood up. A big hit that time by Asher Peel. It looked like it had some potential, but then, boy, it got shut down right at the 20. It's going to be 4th and 3 for Huron. From the 20-yard line, Huron's going to go for it here, I'm sure, into the wind too far to try the field goal. So big play here for the Huron offense. Need to convert here. 4th and 3 at the Spearfish 20-yard line. Trips right. 1 receiver left on 4th and 3 in the pistol. Porish, and now we have a whistle, and Huron wants a timeout. 7.5 minutes to go, first half. Spearfish 12, Huron 0. A big 4th and 3 coming up for Huron after this 30-second timeout on Dakota Sports.
Northern Center for Recreation is the ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with the fitness events that fit your schedule. Northern Center offers water clubs, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. New fitness classes are led by Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Timeout Huron as a big play shaping up here. 4th and 3 from the Spearfish 20-yard line. Been the best possession for Huron so far in the game, but boy, a big play here. Got to convert and keep the drive alive. 2 receivers left, slots right. And the pistol formation for Porish on 4th and 3 at the 20. Now Hulse comes up to stand beside. In motion comes Juergens. Roll out to the right. Porish looks, still looking. Going to throw to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Huron! Porish kept it alive with his feet, and he gets his little brother, Carter Porish, in the end zone for the touchdown, but there is a flag on the play, so stop everything. Nope, they're going to wave the flag off. It is a touchdown. 20 yards, Porish to Porish. And Huron on the board, it's 12-6 with the extra point coming and 7:24 to go in the first half. Mr. Min on to kick the extra point. Juergens will hold, and again, this is into the wind. There's the snap, and it's blocked at the line, and it was just driven anyway. Point after no good. 12-6. Nobody's made an extra point yet. 12-6. Spearfish leads. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Thousands of diapers, cut hundreds of cups, with hours of peekaboo death therapies. Because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what life controls. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Well, Huron on the board, a nice drive, and they convert on a 4th and 3 from the 20 for a 20-yard touchdown. Porish to Porish. First time the two brothers have hooked up for a score this season. Carter Porish, he's probably making a lot of firsts this year. I believe that's the first time a freshman has scored a touchdown in a Huron varsity football game since who knows when. Anderson Porish will kick with Hughes and I believe Sire back deep to receive for the Spartans. 12-6, Huron gets back within one score. Porish will go end over end, going to bounce and be picked up. Oh, gets by Sire. He's going to have to back tack and get it at the 12. Now hits that far sideline, breaks a tackle, gets the sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds by Anderson Porish, but he actually made something out of nothing there. And 1st and 10 for Spearfish, and they're close to the 25-yard line. Now we say that too. We kind of saw it on Jurgen's return in the first quarter. He kind of bobbled the ball, and that kind of breaks up the concentration of the kicking team sometime. And well, Sire made something out of nothing there as well. Did get it up to the 26. And Spearfish a 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. And again, the wind to their back. 3 receivers left, 1 right on 1st and 10. And hand it straight up the middle. A big hole for Bosch. He's going to get 7-8 yards on the play. As Anderson on the stop. Little help from Charlie Martin as well. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3 up to the 32-yard line. Make it the 33. Bosch shifts to the left. Fake here now. Going to throw it off to the near side. Coulette gets popped by Bischoff. Jurgens got him down low, then Bischoff just popped him. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and about 3 for Spearfish. Ball at the 34-yard line. Trying to draw Huron off, and now we do have a whistle and procedure on Spearfish. They're trying to draw Huron off. They ended up drawing their own team off. 4th penalty, 30 yards on Spearfish, and that makes it a little more difficult. Back to the 29, and that's going to make it 3rd and 7 for Spearfish from the 29-yard line. 6:15 to go in the first half. Spearfish up 12-6, looking to convert on a 3rd down. Hughes looks back to drop. Here comes the blitz. Now stepping up and throwing wide open over the middle. Sire breaks a tackle, breaks another. Finally brought down at the 49-yard line. A crossing pattern and tackled by Winiger, but a big play and a 1st down for Spearfish all the way to the Huron 49-yard line. 19 yards on the pass completion. And 1st and 10, and the ball just in Huron territory at the 49-yard line. Hughes hands it off to Bosch up the middle. And, well, I thought there was a whistle or something. Everybody seemed to stop. Gain of 4 on the play up to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 45-yard line, Spearfish again piecing another drive together. In the shotgun is Hughes. Taking some time. Now a little shift by Bosch. And Bosch will take the handoff. He's hit in the backfield, breaks a couple tackles, and actually gets a couple of yards out of it. Had a chance to get him 2 or 3 yards deep, but Bosch made a couple of guys miss. And finally, tackle there by Charlie Martin and Oakley Anderson. We have an injured player on the field as well. And, well, the injured Tiger is up, so are we do an injury timeout here or not? The injured player, I believe, was Noah Owen, and he comes kind of holding his right arm. And it is not an injury timeout. Gain of 1 on the play for Bosch. And here we're 3rd and 5 for Spearfish at the Huron 44-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the first half. Shotgun and roll it out to the right for Hughes. He's got a lot of room to run it if he wants. He's going to throw deep to Sire, incomplete. Just a tick ahead of him, and boy, it looked like Hughes could have ran that one. Incomplete, just the 2nd incompletion in the first half. Hughes is 9 of 11 throwing, 4th down. And Spearfish is bringing the punt unit in on 4th and 5 at the 44. Obviously looking, well, you can't ever rule out a fake. But if nothing else, pin Huron back deep. Schultz looks like he's the only guy back deep to receive for Huron, as Marcus will kick the ball for Spearfish. They do put a guy in motion. And Marcus is rolling right now. He will kick kind of the rugby style, and he isn't going to get much of a kickoff at all as it goes out of bounds in between the 30 and 25. For a second, I thought Marcus was going to run it. And he did run a punt last year for a first down out in Spearfish. I remember that. But not a real great punt at the end game. 4:38 to go in the first half, and Huron down 12-6 will get the ball at the 32-yard line. So just a 12-yard punt for Marcus, and Huron 1st and 10 from the 32. Empty backfield. First time we've seen this tonight for Porish on the 1st and 10. Porish will swing it near side to Juergens. Juergens trying to get by Hughes, breaks one tackle, and he'll finally get tackled up to about the 35. He made Hughes miss, but hustling over there, Lathan Lucas made a nice open field tackle about 4 yards on the play to Juergens. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 36-yard line. We're getting late in the first half, nearing 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Again, empty backfield for Anderson Porish. Here comes the blitz from the right. Porish looks over the middle, got a man wide open. It's Carter Porish. It's a foot race. Porish to the 30, 25-20. Still on his feet, dragging a tackler inside the 10, finally brought down at the 7. He wasn't going to outrun Lucas, but he was going to out-muscle him. And the freshman, a big play inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for Huron at the 8-yard line. 56 yards on the pass completion. And Huron 1st and goal at the 8. Handoff. Oh, Porish going to keep it, turn the corner, and he's going to run into some traffic, and good contain that time by Spearfish. Darting in there first was Peel, and he just kept Porish going wide, and then I believe it was Graham Hughes who came and finished it off. Little, if any, gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal just inside the 8-yard line for Huron. Clock stops with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. As Porish went out of bounds, we have a trips left. Holst in the pistol behind Porish on 2nd and goal. Here's the flip to Holst, following those trips, hops over one tackler, then knocked out of bounds. And again, not much there, going to the narrow side of the field, and Spearfish is able to bunch Holst up again. 3rd and goal for Huron at the 5-yard line. So we'll give him 3 on the play. 3rd and goal Huron from the Spearfish 5-yard line. You need to cash in on this one. Inside of 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Huron trying to get the equalizer here. Receiver left, receiver right. I think we're going double tight end here on 3rd and goal from the 5. Porish inside handoff to Hulse, following his blocker, head down, met up at the 2, and it'll be 4th and goal. Hulse just had a hand on the back of his blocker, and then all of a sudden there was a stone wall in there. And we're just inside the 2-yard line, 4th and goal. Actually at the 1, 4th and goal at the 1. Huron will go for it here. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Huron trying to tie it. Shotgun for Porish. Holst is right beside him. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here comes motion. And boy, big surge, and Porish is going to lose yardage. He's going to lose 5 yards on the play that never had a chance. Spearfish collapsed the middle of the line. Porish loses 5, and Huron comes up empty on what had been a great drive. They give it up on downs. Spearfish will take over with 2:41 to go in the first half, still leading 12-6. Spearfish first and 10 from their own 6-yard line. Bosch standing right beside Hughes at the goal line. Low snap. Hughes in the end zone, gets away now, throws short, and the pass complete. Flag on the play. The pass was complete to Peyton Jones. Flag came in after he caught it. Is that a lineman downfield? And I think we have an injured player down there on the sideline too. So we got a flag and we got an injury as well. So check the flag, and it is a injured Tiger. Block in the back on Spearfish is the call. But right now we'll tend to whoever the injured Tiger is over there on the far sideline. Assume this will be a half the distance job, or is it a spot of the foul? 2:34 to go in the first half. Spearfish 12, Huron 6. For all the struggles Huron has had here in the first half, they're only down a score. And the injured Tiger, boy, there's a big circle of people around him, and now they're telling the players to go to their respective sidelines. Well, I think they're going to get is it Juergens? I can't quite see. He's sitting up, and I thought I saw a 5. Yep, it is Juergens, and it looks like they're going to take him right to the locker room. That's a huge loss for the Huron Tigers. Mason Juergens, a two-way player. Well, they're not taking him to the locker room, but they're also not bringing him across to this side of the field. So basically, Spearfish will just start where they had it in the first place, maybe gain a yard out of it. 5-yard half the distance penalty, but it came from the spot of the foul, and it's going to be 1st and 9 for Spearfish from the 7-yard line. First and 9 from the 7 for Spearfish. Shotgun and handed up. No, it's Hughes keeping it. He's in the end zone under pressure. And throws short. Boy, that's very close. That's very close to a safety. And there it comes. It'll be a safety as the intentional grounding flag comes out after the two officials discuss it. So intentional grounding in the end zone makes it a safety, and Huron will get 2 points and get the ball. Safety. Safety penalty in the end zone. And Huron will get the ball back, and it's now 12-8 Huron. And Huron will get the ball back with a chance to do something here yet again. Well, both teams have made their share of mistakes. 2:28 to go in the first half, and Huron will get the ball back. Spearfish will be able to do the free kick with the wind to their back. And so Huron now pulls within 4 at 12-8 on the intentional grounding. Hughes was definitely in the end zone. It was just a matter if the pass got to the line of scrimmage. That's a play. That's a rule change they made, I believe, last year to match the college and the pros. You can intentionally ground as long as you're out of the pocket and the ball gets to the line of scrimmage. Well, now they bring Juergens over here to the Huron sideline, but on the Gator. And so they'll tend to the senior. So now it's James Schultz Jr. and Landon Hulst that'll be back deep on the kick, where Schultz replacing Juergens in that spot. And Marcus will do the traditional kickoff. I still don't know why, on a safety, why more teams just don't do a traditional kickoff instead of the punt for the free kick. But Huron still, we'll see if they can get some good field position out of this, although Marcus will kick with the wind. Marcus, a nice line drive kick, and that will get Schultz back to the 16. He'll come up the left hash, 25, 30, 35, weaving through traffic, runs into a couple of tacklers, gets dropped at the 38. That's where Huron will take over with 2:21 to go and 2 timeouts in their pocket. And 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. So again, Huron still going into the wind, but they've had their last 2 possessions, they've been able to move the ball. Jeremy Hofer now in at that receiver spot, replacing Juergens. It's like they're working on a ankle for Juergens. Empty backfield, 1st and 10. Porish under pressure, rolls to the right. Gonna throw, coming back to it, and well short of Hofer. And Porish was running for his life with Marcus coming in with extreme pressure. Say that was probably a pass that got held up a bit by the wind. It'll be 2nd and 10. Just a few ticks off the clock, 2:15 to go in the first half. 2nd down and 10 for Huron from the 37-yard line. Winiger's wide right, Hofer is wide left. It's like a double tight end with a wing here. Pistol on 2nd down and 10. Handoff straight ahead goes Holst. Past the 40, skips forward to about the 43, 44. Gets 6 or 7 on the play. Babruska on the stop, gain of 6, 3rd and 4 for Huron up to the 43-yard line. First things first, you want to get the first down here inside of 2 minutes to go in the first half, and Juergens is back on the field. Taped him up, and he's back in the slot right on 3rd and 4. Pistol, straight drop. Porish going to throw in the middle, finds Juergens, has the first down, and gets a couple extra yards to the Spearfish 49. He's a senior. He says, I'm not coming out of my senior homecoming game. Gain of 10, first down, and Huron right back to the line. Straight drop, and Porish going to throw. Short pass complete again to Juergens, and he'll make the catch at the 39. And that's very close again to the first down, and they are going to move the sticks. Another first down catch for Juergens. 1st and 10 Huron from the 38-yard line, minute 23 to go, and you got 2 timeouts, so you can use the whole field here. Clock not an issue yet. Slot right, 1 receiver left. On 1st and 10, Pistol back, looking left, going to throw it to the flat. The ball tipped, incomplete. I believe it was Marcus, although it might have been somebody else got it tipped. It was intended for Carter Porish. Stops the clock with a minute 9 to go in the first half. And here on a 2nd and 10 from the Spearfish 38. 2 minutes after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM, FM, Huron. Pistol formation with Hulse behind Porish. Here comes the stunt again. Going to throw it inside to Winiger. Breaks a tackle. He's got the 30, the 25, spins, still on your feet, 20, breaks loose again. Winiger, touchdown Huron. Poor tackling on the part of Spearfish. Riley Winiger broke about 3 or 4 tackles, and Huron on the board. Huron takes the lead 14-12 with 57 seconds to go. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort by Riley Winiger. And Huron's going to attempt the extra point, it looks like, as Mr. Min comes in. Huron up 14-12 with 57 seconds to go. Mr. Min to kick the extra point. Huron struggling to get enough people out there. Well, now they got to figure it out. Now Huron's going to take a timeout. We just didn't have the right guys up there. Timeout Huron before we kick the extra point. Huron has regained the lead at 14-12. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Experience delicious. Experience why you can restaurant in East Mountain. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Clients here can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Find in the restaurant at Ace Lounge in Crossroads in downtown Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Timeout Huron. They have one left. And Mr. Min will be on the kicks the extra point. We're not really sure where the yard line was on that play to Winiger, but we're going to say a 37-yard touchdown pass. Huron has the lead now at 14-12. Mr. Min, high snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Huron, basically a 9-point swing, including the safety. Huron up 15-12 with 57 seconds to go in the first half. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
I think we don't sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. They can sideline them right. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Dakota Sports KIJD, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
For as much as Spearfish has really controlled this game, going probably a quarter and a half, all of a sudden here's Huron with a 15-12 lead with 57 seconds to go in the first half. What a play by Riley Winiger. Broke 3 or 4 tackles, was a quick slant in the middle, almost like an inside screen, and then he just weaved through. Spearfish just couldn't get a lick on him, and Riley just kept running and took it in for the score. Anderson Porish now will kick. Now key for Huron here. Don't let Spearfish get anything here in this last 57 seconds, and Huron will get the ball to start the second half. Porish approaches and kicks. Line drive kick, gonna bounce and be picked up at the 16. Coming up the right side of the field, going the way through, and Vavruska's going to get it all the way up to the 50-yard line. Not what you wanted. It was a squib kick, and Vavruska just caught it on the fly. He was on the run, and he gets it up near midfield. Spearfish will have it at their own 49, 1st and 10, with 49 seconds to go in the first half, and Spearfish still has the 2 timeouts left in their pocket. So they can use the whole field here as Huron has a 15-12 lead, but good field position on the 1st and 10 for Spearfish. Hughes in the shotgun. Drops the ball. It's a good snap, and now he's just going up, see what he can get. He's going to get us some yardage. 45. Finally barreled over. Flag comes in at the end of the play. Went down to about the 43. Spearfish reacting like it might have been a late hit. If that's the case, it's going to be another 15 yards against Huron. Again, it was a bobble snap. The snap was good. Hughes just flat out dropped it, but then Huron couldn't make the tackle on Hughes. So illegal helmet contact in college, we'd be checking that for spearing. Said it's just 15 yards on Huron. 4th penalty, 35 yards, and just like that, Spearfish is in business with a 1st and 10 at the Huron 28-yard line. 10th first down of the first half for Spearfish. Shotgun for Hughes. Handed off to Bosch up the middle. Not much as he runs into a pile. Flag comes in at the end of the play. As down on the bottom of that one was Rayshawn Whiff for Huron. And the flag will go on the Spartans. I assume it's some sort of holding penalty. Clock stopped with 38 seconds to go. Bosch got holding on Spearfish. So it'll be 10 yards against the Spartans. 6th penalty, 45 yards on Spearfish. Now we'll put them back to the 38-yard line. Now 1st and 20 there. Huron gets a break. You need to cash in on it. Now Spearfish going to use one of those 2 timeouts. 35 seconds remaining in the first half. Huron 15, Spearfish 12. Spearfish on the Huron 38 timeout, 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Well, Spearfish down to 1 timeout. They'll have it 1st and 20 at the 38-yard line. Spearfish did what I did in the first game. They thought the play clock was running down, but that was just the timeout running. Because Spearfish got anxious. They wanted to snap it, and the ref wouldn't let them, but that was just the 60 seconds running off for the timeout. 1st and 20 for Spearfish from the 38-yard line. Little shift by Bosch. Roll out by Hughes. Nice pickup on the blitz. Hughes will step up, and he'll throw and complete it to Vavruska. Hughes was right at the line of scrimmage. And we do have a flag on the play. It was about a 10-yard gain to Vavruska. And I said Hughes was right at the line of scrimmage when he released that. So we'll see if that's what the call is. And it's going to be on Spearfish, holding on Spearfish, so it wasn't on Hughes, but on Spearfish anyway. And back-to-back 10-yard penalties makes it 1st and 30 for Spearfish, and they're back at the 48-yard line, almost where they started this possession. 27 seconds left in the first half. And Spearfish 1st and 30 at the 48-yard line. Slots left and right. Hughes, straight drop, not much of a rush. Now Hughes will step up and he's going to run. He goes to the 40 and then slips at the 35. He'll get 13 yards on the play. And Spearfish going to hurry up. 12 seconds. They're saving that timeout at this point. Going to be 2nd and about 17. Low snap again. Hughes has trouble. Gets away from Whiff. Still on his feet. Will throw short. And the pass complete and out of bounds to Sire, but the clock has ran out. Make sure they don't put any more time on the clock. Huron starting to head to the locker room, but just wait. The officials are having a discussion, and they may put a second back up on the clock. It is halftime. So there you go, it's the half. They got about 7 yards on the play to Vavruska. But that ends the first half, and Huron, a 15-12 lead at halftime. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes. Halftime report coming up. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Not sure what the word, but if you look at menu, they'll dine in and try the famous Scott's Obvious Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. But locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're open at 195 Spearfish Street in Huron. Scott's Obvious Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant seed screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Kenny Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, CPA, everything, road development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithking.com or call 352-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find solid good favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today. Shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. 1340 KIJV is Tiger Radio. It's our time. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Halftime at Tiger Stadium. Huron Tigers lead Spearfish 15-12, a 12-0 lead for Spearfish, then answered by Huron 15-12. That included a safety on Spearfish, and then Huron scored 7 after that, a 9-point swing. Let's run down 11 AA scores on your scoreboard update from Seven Suns Heating and Air, downtown Huron, Dakota Avenue North. Halftime, Sturgis 13, Aberdeen 7. Halftime, Yankton 21, Pierre 7. Halftime, Brookings 14, Roosevelt 0. Just about the halftime, Watertown 41, Douglas 0. Halftime, Mitchell and T area tied at 14. There's the eye opener of the night. 11 AAA, O'Gorman rallied, defeated Jefferson 32-29. Final, Harrisburg 49, Rapid City Stevens 0. Final, Brandon Valley 53, Rapid City Central 7. Halftime, I guess already did Brookings and Roosevelt. And that's what we have for scores in AAA. Looking at some of our area scores tonight, Hitchcock-Tulare defeated Sunshine Bible this afternoon, 42-22. Del Rapids St. Mary, 78. Iroquois Lake Preston, 24. In 9A, Woolsey Wessington is down in Gregory tonight, and late in the first half, Gregory 57, Woolsey Wessington 6. And two other area scores, Winter leading Miller Highmore Herald at halftime, 36-0. And that top 5 matchup in Forestburg is at halftime. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and Wagner are tied at 6. And that is your scoreboard update. Seven Suns Heating and Air in Huron, 605-352-5316. The Huron Tiger Marching Band is doing their field routine at halftime here. Huron again with the lead, 15-12. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes. We'll come back and talk a little Huron Tiger volleyball. The Tiger volleyball team getting set for their annual breast cancer awareness night on October 14th. Coach Josh Lean will give some of the details on what's going on, including first up here, the deadline coming up shortly to order the special T-shirts. Well, that all coming up and more after this 2-minute timeout on Dakota Sports.
Leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, and beauty sports, of course. What size, over, and etc. Beauty sports, of course. Out front with the Tigers, beauty sports. Downtown Huron. With 130 stores in 12 states, Spearfish is the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Timberland is America's #1 dealer for made-in-wood furniture. Timberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Sims and Foster, and independent mattresses. Timberland Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including Simmons and delivery, is made entirely of human beings in Huron. So for the best brands and the best prices, Timberland is truly local service. Turn to Timberland Furniture over Huron.
Treat yourself right and head to Dairy Queen of Huron. The August blizzard this month is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop in and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
KIJZ, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Halftime score here on 15, Spearfish 12. Here on Tiger Marching Band doing their field routine. I believe they go to Brandon tomorrow for their second competition of the autumn. Here on Tiger Volleyball getting set for the annual Breast Cancer Awareness Night. That will be on Tuesday, October 14th, when they host Sioux Falls Roosevelt at the arena. First things first, they are taking orders for the special T-shirts to be worn that night. Wear pink that night, but the deadline is coming up very quickly on Sunday to get those T-shirt orders in. Coach Josh Lean gives the details.
Yeah, there is. So really the T-shirts the girls got the link out everywhere. It's all over Facebook, every parent, every athlete. We're sharing it on the phone. We're sharing it online where you can go on and you can order your T-shirt for Breast Cancer Awareness Night. We're also going to be coming around. I think that deadline, before I forget, is coming up on Sunday or so. And listen, if you get online, it doesn't matter to me. If you your T-shirt, put a team member's name in there, so that way there's a kiddo on our roster who's assigned to get your T-shirt and deliver it to you. Somebody that you maybe know. If you don't know anybody, put my name on there. We'll figure out how to get you a T-shirt because we wanna just blast the arena with pink that particular night. Now the second effort that we've got going on, obviously, and we do this every year, but I feel like it's worthy of our time and our talking. And so the businesses in town have been a dream. They've been a dream to work with because our kids are going to start coming around looking for silent auction items, some donations from businesses, because we like to stack that website full of really good stuff, and then all the proceeds of that silent auction, of course, goes right to the HRMC Foundation, and we want to make sure that that we maximize our opportunity here. And you know, at the end of the day, we're also going to, on Breast Cancer Awareness Night, we are going to honor by presenting pink roses to recipients or a designee who have either fought, have won, or have lost the battle of breast cancer. And it's that important for our young people, our young girls, to know how big of a deal this is, right? So it's going to impact all of us in one way or another, whether it's a parent, whether it's a sibling, whether it's ourselves, whether it's a child. So we're going to really make sure that we take a minute, we're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to honor those who have fought that fight, right? And so to me, it's a big deal. It's touched my family like everybody else's, and so we're going to go ahead and honor that on that night too. So be on the lookout. T-shirt links so you can get your T-shirt ordered, and then if you're a business owner in town, reach out one way or another so we can come and showcase your business with a silent auction item, and we can raise as much as we can for that effort here in Huron.
Josh Lean, head volleyball coach for the Huron Tigers. Again, Huron Tiger Volleyball doing their annual Breast Cancer Awareness Night. That will be Tuesday, October 14th, when they host Roosevelt at the arena. The deadline to order a T-shirt is coming up quickly here on Sunday. That's September 28th. The link is available on a lot of social media. We've posted it a couple of times on our Huron Radio News Facebook page. I'll probably repeat that post again tomorrow to keep it fresh in your mind. The cost of the T-shirt is $24, and all the profits from those T-shirts will be donated right here in Huron to the HRMC Foundation We Got You Covered program that provides low cost and free mammograms to women in need here in the area. And also the silent auction, 100% of that goes to the We Got You Covered program too. Let's get a lot of great items on there, and I always like to pick one or two things that I'm going to bid on, then I just go after it real hard. Of course, I have to do it while I'm doing a volleyball game too, but we'll have more information on the silent auction coming up. But again, in earnest, the big thing is get those T-shirts ordered by Sunday night. And again, the link is posted on our Huron Radio News Facebook page, and most of the girls have it on their social media accounts as well. Halftime score, Huron 15, Spearfish 12. Spearfish scored the first 12 points. Huron scored the final 15, and the Tigers a 3-point lead at halftime. We'll run down the stats and scoring next after we take a timeout of 2 minutes from Tiger Stadium. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. And that's the luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. 1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! The Northern Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun. Challenge yourself and get fit with the fitness class that fits your schedule. The Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. New fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends. This is Matt Sidney with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We chase thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peanut beans out there at Goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
And we are back in Tiger Stadium. It looks like the Tiger Marching Band is wrapping up their field routine here before this huge homecoming crowd. 15-12, Huron leading at the half. Here's the rundown on the scoring. Spearfish jumped out to a quick 12-0 lead. First, Spearfish took the opening kickoff, held it for over half of the first quarter, drove it down inside the 5-yard line, but then quarterback Thomas Hughes threw an interception in the end zone to Cooper Bischoff. That stopped the drive. Huron got ball on the 20, but then I believe it was the second snap after that. Anderson Porish threw a pass, was tipped, and went right in the hands of, well, the quarterback, Thomas Hughes, and he took it in 31 yards for a touchdown. And just with 5:07 to go in the first half, Spearfish had a 6-0 lead. Spearfish on their next possession drove the ball down the field. They had a 3rd and long, if I remember right. Hughes scrambled around and then just threw it up in the air where his tall receiver, Carson Sire, was able to jump over a defensive back and take it in for the score for a 14-yard touchdown. Both point afters were no good for Spearfish. They actually made their 2-point conversion, but it was nullified with a 10-yard penalty, and then they failed to convert on the second, and it was 12-0 at that point. Then Huron finally recovered, had a nice long drive. It was a 4th and 3, and Carter Pori scored on a 20-yard touchdown pass from his brother Anderson. Point after was no good, and it was 12-6 Huron, or Spearfish. Then Huron had another nice long drive, but got stopped inside the 10-yard line on downs. Spearfish took over at their own 6, and Hughes rolled out in the end zone, then tried to just get rid of the ball, but did not get the ball up to the line of scrimmage. So penalty marker in the end zone means that's a safety, and Huron got 2 back, 12-8, and also got the ball back as well with 2:28 to go in the first half. And then Huron scored on a great play by Riley Winiger, the wide receiver. Just came in to almost like a middle screen, caught the ball just in the middle of the field, just barely upfield, and then broke several tackles, just moved up and went in for the score, 37 yards out. Mr. Min added the extra point, 15-12, and that's where we wrapped it up at the half. Huron leading 15-12. Stats here at the half for Spearfish. They have 71 yards rushing. Thomas Hughes, 7 carries for 46 yards. Seems like he should have more than that, but he also had a few losses as well. And Mick Bosch had 12 carries for 25 yards, and he had a couple of good carries, but also had a couple of big losses in there as well. Hughes really threw the ball well, although he did have the interception. And officially, I forgot to mark down the interception. So officially, Hughes was 9 of 14 for 121 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception, 9 first downs in the first half for Spearfish. For the Huron Tigers, they had 60 yards on the ground, all but 2 from Landon Hulst. Hulst 12 carries for 58 yards. Anderson Porridge 4 carries for 2 yards. He lost 5 yards on that 4th down play on the series that got stopped inside the 5. Porridge passing was 9 of 16 for 152 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Huron had 10 first downs in the first half. Time of possession evened up a little bit in the second quarter. It was a huge time of possession, about 9 minutes to 3 minutes after the first quarter for Spearfish, but Huron got themselves a little bit back into that. Spearfish still does have the time of possession advantage, though. 13 minutes, 19 seconds to 10:41 for Huron. Those are the numbers here at the half. And the Huron Tigers leading Spearfish 15-12. Both teams are back on the field, but I presume we'll put another 3 on the clock, and we're about 5 minutes away from the second half kickoff, and Huron will be set to receive that second half kickoff. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, return here to Huron, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Experience delicious. Experience Lion Taylor Restaurant in East Mountain. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Lion Taylor can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Lion Taylor Restaurant in East Lounge is Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Plus offers epoxy flow cooling for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-252-5776 to get a free estimate. As the pros of Full Clean Plus help you get great looking, durable surfaces with epoxy flooring. The owner and operator visit them at 201 Market Studios. Check out their website at fullcleanplus.net. Full Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. Take it sideline in life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Adams quickly is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family vehicle. No appointment needed. See them at 1159 Court Avenue North with Adam McCall, 352-955. Adams quickly is also a tire repair, batteries, and filters. Locally owned and open at 30 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams quickly. 1159 Court Avenue North, Adams quickly is a proud sponsor of Tiger Sports.
1330 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Just about set to go at the second half. Huron 15, Spearfish 12. Let's do another Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. They're early in the second half. Aberdeen might have returned a kick or something because they're just a minute into the third quarter. Now Aberdeen leads Sturgis 14-13. Other than that, Brookings now midway through the third quarter, still leading Roosevelt, now 14-7. Yankton still at halftime, 21-7, leading Pierre. Start of the third quarter, Watertown 41, Douglas 0. Start of the third quarter, Mitchell and T area are tied at 14. In some of our other area scores, halftime over on KOKK, Winter 36, Miller Highmore Herald 0. And late in the third quarter now, Woonsocket Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central has just scored to go up on Wagner 12-6. In 9B, they had an afternoon game with Hitchcock-Tuller defeating Sunshine Bible 42-22. Another game in the afternoon, Del Rapids St. Mary defeated Iroquois Lake Preston 78-24. And that is your Seven Suns Hegan Air scoreboard update, 605-352-5316. Huron Tigers are waiting to receive the kick, and Huron will have to go back into the wind again, but that means they'll have the wind for the fourth quarter if that becomes a factor in what looks to be a very tight game. Juergens and Hulst are back deep to receive, although we still have about 40 seconds to run off the clock here. Huron High School Hall of Fame induction is tomorrow night, starts at 5 o'clock at the arena. They just introduced the inductees that are here for the football game tonight. The 1993 AA state champion boys basketball team is being inducted, and at 4 of the 5 starters here tonight, Ryan Moores couldn't be here because, well, he's running his own homecoming game over in there. He's running his own homecoming game down in Yankton as the AD. Oh, there's another hit. It looks like Charlie Martin has his arm in a sling, and the starting center looks like he is done for the game. So Huron getting a couple of injuries there, although Mason Juergens got himself back on, so that puts somebody new in the middle there for Huron. And I saw Charlie Martin was kind of holding his arm funny there late in the first half. I think is when Huron took that timeout for the extra point. And now he's got his shoulder pads off, and the trainer is working on him as we start the second half. Marcus, an end-over-end kick with the wind, and will go over Hulst's head. Huron will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So that's where Huron will take over. So now a new center in for Huron. We'll see who that is. From the 20-yard line, Huron will take over as we begin our second half. First and 10, and the Tigers will show shotgun here again into the wind for the third quarter. Snap and handoff straight ahead. No, Porish going to keep it. Turns up the field, breaks a tackle past the 25, up close to the 30. He'll be short of the first down. Spearfish kind of bit on the fake there to Hulst, and Porish gets it all the way up to the 29, gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. And it looks like we do have, I believe, Nolan Staley is now at center for Huron, and that means we have a new right tackle. Empty backfield for Porish. He'll fake, now run it himself, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. Needed a yard and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. They were hoping that Spearfish would bite probably on the bubble out there to the right, but nothing doing, no gain. It's 3rd and 1 for Huron from the 29-yard line. So I believe the change here, well, I'm not going to guess here yet. 3rd and 1 from the 29 for Huron now. You just want to get the first down after the good play on first down. Porish in the shotgun and hands it off to Hulst up the middle. Head down just enough for the first down. He needed 1. He got 2 as Spearfish plugged that pretty well. Lewis on the tackle for Spearfish, and a first down for Huron. As I said, needed one, got two, and a 1st and 10 for Huron from the 31-yard line. Huron comes out in the pistol. Hulst right behind Porish. And now Hulst will come and go right to the right-hand side of Porish. Low snap and going to flare it out. Far side and nearly intercepted. That hung up in the air, intended for Carter Porish. And Huron very fortunate that was not picked by Lathan Lucas. He had a bead on it. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. It looks like Jackson Greenfield has moved out to right tackle. So that means we have a different guy in at right guard or left guard. I'm tired of guessing. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Huron from the 31-yard line. Again in the pistol. And straight ahead goes Hulse. Slithers through there. Not much. Maybe another yard. And that's going to make it a 3rd and long for Huron. It's like they got it marked at the 33-yard line. Hulse going to get 2, so 3rd and 8 for Huron from the 33-yard line. We're just underway in the second half. Huron leading 15-12. This is the opening possession of the second half. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Porish barking some signals to his line. He's got 6 seconds on the play clock. Pistol formation. Snap there, state drop. Looking left, going to throw, and the pass incomplete. Led a little bit too far. Juergens 4th down, and Porish going to be asked to punt into the wind. Huron gets 1 first down, but that was it. Now Spearfish, depending, we need that all-state punter to really put his toe to it into the wind. Spearfish can envision some decent field position here as Vavruska goes back to receive the kick from Porish. From the 33-yard line. There's high snap and a rush kick, and it's going to be a poor one for Porish. He shanked it. It was a high snap with Spearfish coming after it. And Spearfish going to get some great field position. In fact, it only went 2 yards to the 35. Spearfish, great field position, 9:19 to go, 3rd quarter. And Spearfish, a great opportunity, 1st and 10 at the Huron 35-yard line. Slot left, slot right, as Spearfish will get their first offensive snap of the second half. Now we're trying to get something aligned here. Must need the offensive football for Spearfish, and they're going all the way back to the stands to get it. We'll just wait. Huron defense going to have to make a play here. Now we got somebody else running out with a football. They're coming out to get a football. For the moment, we had 3 to 4 footballs on the field. Now we have 1. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Hughes in the shotgun. Will hand it off, and Bosch will get about 4 yards on the play. Got by the first guy, then slithered through there. Bischoff on the stop for Huron. He's had a nice night still, though. A 4-yard gain for Mick Bosch. 2nd and 6. Spearfish right back up to the line. They have great field position and obviously want to do something with it. Straight drop. He was under pressure, gets out of it, then gets hit. Still gets a couple of yards. Big hit again by Bischoff. Bischoff, I have him for 5 tackles. Still, though, another 3 yards on the play. There was a good surge by Huron, but Hughes just slithers away from everything. Going to be 3rd and 2 after a 4-yard gain for Hughes. 3rd and 2 for Spearfish from the 27-yard line. They'll stay in the shotgun here. In motion comes Vavruska. Low snap again. Hughes picks it up. He'll throw short, and the pass complete to Sire for the first down. Boy, Spearfish has flirted a bit. They've had some snap issues, but it hasn't come to bite them. And Spearfish gets a first down. Their first of the second half, 10th of the ball game. Needed 2 yards, and they got 3 out of it. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Slot left, one receiver right. A little shift in the backfield by Bosch. Hughes will keep it himself up the middle and gets through the first wave. Finally runs into Juergens, Hofer, and Kleinsasser, but a good chunk of yardage again up the middle for Hughes. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4, and Spearfish just effectively moving the ball down the field after getting the great field position. 2nd and 4 from the 18 or 19. Here's the end around to Vavruska. Has a convoy there. Gets tripped up at the 10-yard line by Juergens. But that'll be another first down for Spearfish, and I think they're going to be looking at 1st and goal. Vavruska gets 9 yards on his first carry of the game. And it is 1st and goal, the ball just at the 10-yard line for Spearfish. Shotgun for Hughes, long count, straight drop, all kinds of time. Now being chased out of the pocket, gets away from the first defender, then gets obliterated by Ty Kleinsasser. Hughes just kind of stopped. He thought, I'm going to make a fake, and then Kleinsasser just said, not in my forest. Knocked him over for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd and goal from the 10. You know, Hughes just stopped like he was going to make a move, and Kleinsasser said, you're right there, and I'm going to go after you. In the shotgun, it's 2nd and goal from the 10. There comes motion. Little bunch there on the left side. Straight drop. Here comes a rush. Pulling out is Hughes. He throws over the middle. Incomplete. Nearly picked too. Sire had a chance at it. Winiger had a chance at it. 3rd and goal from the 10. Good pressure up the middle that time from both Oakley Anderson and Rayshawn Whiff. 3rd and goal from the 10 for Spearfish. Clock stops with 6:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. Huron leading 15-12, but Spearfish threatening. Spearfish again does some shifting. Now they have 2 receivers left, 2 right. Goulette looks like he's wanting to see what the play call is. Shotgun for Hughes. And there's Vavruska taken off. Easy one to call. That's the 8th penalty, 60 yards for Spearfish in the game. Now it's 3rd and goal back at the 15. Which, depending on what the strategy is for Spearfish, they got those tall receivers, throw it up and let those guys get it over the defensive backs. That actually gives them a little more room. You probably don't want to give up the 5 yards. 3rd and goal from the 15. Hughes rolls to the left, being chased, throws back over the middle, man wide open at the 2, and Juergens tackles him right there. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 2. Goulette with the catch. And Hughes just kept the play alive with his feet. And they're going to stop. He's stopped at the 2, so a 13-yard gain. 4th and 2 for Spearfish from the 2-yard line. They will go for it. Shotgun for Hughes. Bosch right beside him. And looking left, here comes some pressure. Hughes going to run it. He'll take it in for the score. Once he got around the blitzer over there, and that was Tice Huber, it was a clean roll to the end zone for Hughes. Touchdown, and Spearfish regains the lead at 18-15, and they have an extra point pending. 6:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. Marcus will attempt the extra point. He has missed one. They missed a 2-point conversion after that. Snap is there. The kick is up high enough, and it is good. 19-15. Spearfish leads here on 6:05 to go, 3rd quarter. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Not sure what's at work, but there's realistic menu. We'll dine in and try the famous Scott Bobby's buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, pizza chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. But locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. We're open from 1 295 Spearfish Street in Huron. Godfather speaking. Give them a call, 252-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at Tiger Stadium, and Spearfish played that start to the second half perfectly. They knew Huron was getting the ball. They took the wind, made Huron go into it, and, well, that affected the punt of Porish. And Spearfish able to score. Defense got him to a fourth down, but, again, you just can't sleep on Thomas Hughes. The play is alive until it isn't, basically. 3 minutes, 14 seconds on the possession for the touchdown for the Spartans. Now here on the kickoff with Holst and Juergens back deep, and Marcus with the wind to his back. He has reached the end zone a couple of times with the wind to his back. Now Huron sees them get some offense going. Kick, and again, that will be fielded at the 5-yard line. I believe that's Holst, and he's going to get rowed down right at the 20. Good coverage by the Spearfish special teams. And 1st and 10 for Huron near the 20-yard line. So I do have the new line figured out. Where'd that go? Again, okay, Jackson Greenfield has moved to tackle, and Noah Owens now playing in Greenfield's spot at guard, and Nolan Staley has moved from tackle to center with Charlie Martin now out of the lineup. Looked like a shoulder injury. 1st and 10 for Huron from the 21-yard line. Got to get some offense going. It has sputtered at times. Pistol formation for Porish on the 1st and 10. And roll out to the right. Porish looking, still looking, and he's just going to have to throw it away. Well, he did actually have a chance to get it to Winiger, but it's still incomplete. He rolled, and he had a good rush on him and just had no place to go. 2nd down and 10. Huron Tigers. Offenses went stagnant again, kind of way the first quarter went for the Tigers. Got to come up with a play. Had the double tight end in on that too. 2nd down and 10 from the 21-yard line. We're midway through the third quarter. Spearfish has regained the lead at 19-15. Pistol formation for Anderson Porish. There comes the blitz up the middle. Porish in trouble. Now he's going to throw it deep over the middle, and Carter Porish had it, and it was stripped out of his hands. Nice play by Brock Lewis, and Carter Porish stays down. It was a jump ball play. Carter had his hands on the ball, then Lewis stripped it out. Now Carter gets up under his own power, but he'll come off. Bischoff comes in, and now Huron faced with a 3rd and 10 at the 21-yard line. Again, into the wind. Huron just hasn't looked comfortable on offense, especially in the passing game. Spearfish has been able to get a consistent rush, and usually the receivers have been covered. 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Couple of incomplete passes here. Now Huron needs to find a way to convert here. Slot right, 2 receivers left, and Huron's going to take a timeout. Did not like the formation. Timeout Huron, 5:45 to go, third quarter, 19-15. Spearfish leading, timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
It's proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Athletic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Athletic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant sleep screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Timeout Huron on 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Huron has not been able to get much of anything going on offense here in the third quarter against the wind, and Spearfish has taken advantage to regain the lead. So Huron burns a timeout here in the third quarter. Huron will have a slot right. Winiger to the left. Shotgun for Porish. Big play here for the Orange. 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Straight drop for Porish. He's going to throw to the near sideline and off the tip, caught by Juergens and very close to the first down. I'm not sure how Coulette did not pick it. Juergens caught it off the tip, and it looks like it is a first down for Huron. Boy, that was so close to being a pick for Coulette, but it went off his hands, and Juergens kept the concentration. Gain of 11, fresh set of downs for Huron, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Pistol formation, straight ahead, bobbled. Now Hulse gets control of it again, still on his feet, and he'll blast forward near the 40. He was bobbling it going into the line, but got control, and nobody was wrapping up. He's up to the 39, gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Let's see if that tip pass is the spark Huron's been looking for. 2nd and 3 from the 39-yard line for the Orange. Getting late in the 3rd quarter. We're inside 5 minutes to go. Spearfish now up 19-15. In the shotgun on 2nd and 3 for Porish. And he'll hand it off straight ahead, and Holst is hit by Marcus and dropped for a loss. Charitably is only going to be a 1-yard loss back to the 38, but Marcus came in, looked like untouched again. And it's going to be 3rd and about 4, maybe 5. 3rd and a long 4, we'll call it, as that was snuffed out. So again, Huron facing a 3rd and relatively long from their own 37-yard line. Got to reach the 42. Really, it's a 3rd and 5. Porish again, giving the lineman the blocking scheme. He's in the shotgun on 3rd down. Going to hand it off up the middle. There goes Hulse. Breaks through. 40, 35. Dropped at the 31. Quick hitter up the middle, and Hulse. A big play up to the 31-yard line of Spearfish, and a first down Huron. 31 yards on the carry for Landon Hulst. And he's got a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of Spearfish. 3:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kleinsasser in at running back now on the 1st and 10. Snap, and Porish looked like he was trying to carry out the fake and forgot to make sure he had the ball in his possession. Unfortunately, he did jump on it. Lost a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Loss of a yard on the play, back to the 34. Fortunate, that's all it was a loss of a yard. 2nd down, Huron Tigers. Porish in the shotgun. Fakes, he'll follow Holst into the hole, head down, he'll get maybe to the 31. Gain of about 3 yards on the play, and again, here's Huron with a 3rd and long. Porish gets 3 out of it, but 3rd and 8 for Huron from the 31-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Spearfish 19, Huron 15. Huron stays in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 right. On 3rd and long. Porish, straight drop. He's looking left. Will throw. Now he's going to tuck it under. Now throws deep to the back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Winiger. Winiger adjusted his pattern. Porish led him perfectly. 2nd touchdown for Riley Winiger. 31 yards, and Huron regains the lead on the 2nd touchdown pass to Winiger. Huron up 21-19, looking to kick the extra point. 2:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mr. Min to kick the extra point. You're unable to convert on a couple of 3rd and longs. Here's the kick by Min. It is no good. The lead is 2, 21-19 Huron. 2:06 to go, third quarter. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Financial Assisting Home. I'm Henry Olson, the local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dakota Sports, KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
The Huron Tigers do a good job of converting third downs. They converted at least 3 long third down plays there, and they ultimately get the lead back at 21-19. Both teams, though, struggling with those extra points. Huron's got a lineman that's down doing the cramp thing, and they're still working on him there. Might be Caudell, I can't tell for sure. But Porish will kick the ball away to Spearfish. Now Vavruska is back there, I believe, with Thomas Hughes. And again, into the wind, so those two returners are sneaking up to about the 15. And right now they're waiting because they want to get the injured Huron player a little further off the field. And it is Noah Owen, actually. And he does get up on his feet just so he can get a little further away from the field. According to my watch, 75 degrees, and we still have that pretty good breeze going here as well, and that's what Anderson Porish is going to kick into here now. Huron back on top, 21-19. Well, we've seen a little bit of everything here. 1 minute after 9 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Still in the third quarter. And Porish to boot it. Line drive kick and going to be counted by Hughes at about the 13. He wants to come off to the right, splits up the middle, breaks through the first pack, finally brought down from behind at the 40-yard line. He got a head of steam coming off left to right. And Bischoff, now there's a flag that comes out way after the play was over. Just going to say that Cooper Bischoff had the special teams tackle. Then the flag came out way after the play was over. For now, the ball's at the 40 for Spearfish. And see what this is all about. Looks like it may go on Huron. They're facing the way of the orange. Well, now they turned around. How about if we just wait and let them call it? That's going to go against Spearfish. Unsportsmanlike on Spearfish. So that'll cost him 15, back to the 25. Ninth penalty, 75 yards on Spearfish. That's their second for 20 here in the second half. So they will start from the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here comes motion for Thomas Hughes. Hands it off to Bosch, trying to turn the corner. He's got the corner up to the 30. Flag on the play as Bosch gets 10 yards on the play. Tackle made by Jeremy Hofer, along with, I believe there's a Spearfish coach that is really upset. He believes it was a horrible call against his team. And he says it right where all the Huron crowd can hear him. Holding is the call on Spearfish. 10th penalty, 85 yards. That will back Spearfish up now to the 18-yard line, and they got a 1st and 18 from the 18. Hughes rolls out. He's going to throw it deep to Vavruska. Oh, couldn't quite get it. He went up. Bischoff was inside of him, but it was just a little too high, and that could have been one that maybe the wind did affect because Hughes had to lob it over Hughes, who was on the inside of Vavruska. Vavruska, though, definitely is long at 6'4", but incomplete. 2nd and 18 from the 18. Spearfish Spartans. 2nd and 18 from the 18. Spearfish Spartans. 2nd and 18 from the 18. 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 2nd and 18 from the 18 Slot left, two receivers right. And Hughes going to take it up the middle. Breaks through the first part. Now Winiger will finally grab him at about the 29-yard line, but gets 11 yards back. Nice tackle by Winiger. And really, that looked like a design play by Hughes, almost a quarterback draw. Give him 11, makes third down manageable. Third and about 6 from the 29-yard line for the Spartans. Spearfish in the shotgun again with Hughes. He's got a wing right, receivers left and right. Now we have a whistle. And now Spearfish going to take an offensive timeout. We're still in the third quarter, minute 7 to go in the third. Huron up 21-19, timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
It is proud to be part of the Huron community and the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Each team has used a timeout here in the third quarter. For Spearfish, they got a 3rd and 6 from their own 29-yard line. I do see Noah Owen backing up on his feet, so that's a good sign. Again, you could tell it was a cramp. So here we go, 3rd and 6 from the 29, Spearfish. Two receivers left to the near side. Shotgun for Hughes. Hughes wants to throw it right over the middle. Pass in and out of the hands of Sire. Sire had the first down. He tried to run upfield before he looked the ball into his hand. 4th down, and Spearfish will have to punt. This will just be the second punt of the game for Marcus, and again, he will have the wind to his back for the punt. Schultz is back deep to receive for Huron. 4th and 6 from the 29-yard line. If you're Huron, do not jump on that line. In fact, Huron isn't even hardly coming after the punt, and Marcus will let it fly. Nice kick, fair catch by Schultz. He'll cover it at about the 28. And that's where Huron will take over, 1st and 10. Nice punt by Marcus, 21-31. 43 yards on the punt for Marcus. 56 seconds to go, third quarter. Huron 21, Spearfish 19. And Huron gets the ball for the third time here in the third quarter at their own 28. First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Porish gonna flip it, bubble screen to the far side. That's Juergens, reverses field, breaks a tackle, and he'll end up getting 3 or 4 yards pretty much on his own. Spearfish had it initially strung out. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Second and 7 from the 31-yard line. Trips left, one receiver right, and the pistol for Porish. He's going to run the option, now keep it. He's got some room, 35, 40. First down up to the 44. Anderson ran that perfectly as Hulst was coming off to the right, and Spearfish was kind of following Hulst. And Porish gets 12 yards on the carry and a first down for Huron. 4th first down of the third quarter, and that should end our third quarter. We played 3. Huron 21, Spearfish 19. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
This is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, ladies' jackets, TV sports, of course. About signs, logos, and license plans, etc. TV sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, TV sports. Downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
We start the fourth quarter. Huron has a 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line, and now have the wind to their back. Shotgun, Porish, little bobble. He does a pump now, looking over the middle. Got a lot of time now. He's going to throw it deep. There's Winiger again, off his hands, and pass interference on Vavruska. Vavruska never turned around, and that's the thing you need to do. He never turned around. He was in great position, but he never turned around. I don't think there's anything such as face guarding, which is also what he was doing. But again, you have to turn around and make a play of the ball, not just block the player. So Huron gets another 1st down up to the 42-yard line of Spearfish. Boy, those penalties, that's going to have Teason thinking about a lot of things here when the game is over. 11 penalties, 100 yards on Spearfish. And Huron 1st and 10 now on the Spearfish 42-yard line. Porish again will keep it. He's past the 40, head down, maybe to the 39, gets 3 or so on the play. Lathan Lucas been calling his name a lot tonight for Spearfish. He was on another stop there. Gain of 3 for Porish, 2nd and 7 from the 39-yard line. We're early 4th quarter, Huron 21, Spearfish 19. Back and forth we went in this game, kind of figured it'd be even, and well, that indeed is what it's been. 2nd and 7 from the 39-yard line, Huron Tigers. In the pistol with 2 receivers right, 1 left for Anderson Porish. Anderson now making a little change, and now he's going to take a timeout. I think the play clock was running out. Huron has burned 2 timeouts here in the second half. Early 4th quarter, Huron leading by 2, timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Stores and pharmacies, the food brands and buying power convenience and best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Timberland is America's #1 dealer for ready-to-wear furniture. Timberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, James and Foster, and Evergreen mattresses. Timberland Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made entirely of local leaders in Huron. Plus, the best sales at the best prices, Timberland is truly local service. Turn to 49 Dakota
Sports KIJZ, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Early in the 4th quarter, Huron a 2nd and 7 and burns a timeout. Only 1 left here. Spearfish has used 1 themselves. 2nd and 7 for Huron from the Spearfish 39-yard line. Huron in the shotgun. Hulst right beside Porish. Inside handoff to Hulst. Bounces it out. Drags the guy forward to the 35. Flag on the play. Tackle was made by, I believe, Graham Hughes. Came where you would think it might be a hold on Huron. It is. Holding on Huron. That was after Hulst got about 4 yards. Dragging a guy. Instead, it'll be a 10-yard penalty on Huron. First penalty of the second half on Huron. 5th penalty overall, 45 yards, and that pushes Huron back to the 48-yard line. And now it's 2nd down and 16 for Huron from the 48. Inside of 11 minutes to go in the game, Huron clinging to a 2-point lead and with the ball. Slot left, 1 receiver right. And the shotgun for Porish. Porish straight drop, looking right, rolls to the right, in some trouble, still running, and finally just throws it away. He just let the play run, that he did that, and they ended up in a touchdown for Riley Winiger in the third quarter. But Spearfish, they just had everything covered, and was not a clean pocket there for Porish either, and it's 3rd down and 16 from the 48. Huron changes some personnel. And is Huron going to take their final? Oh, I see. Nope, they're just moving over to the near hash mark. That's where the ball is spotted. So here we go, 3rd and 16. Big play here for the Spearfish defense to try to get the ball back. Porish in the shotgun, empty backfield with 3 receivers right, 1 left, straight drop. Porish looking. He'll roll up. He's got some room. He's going to run it to the 30, 45, tripped up to the 40, and knocked out of bounds at about the 37. Got some good yardage out of it, about 11. 4th down, and I could imagine Huron going for it here on 4th down. The big man galloped, and they'll put him down at the 38, so he gets 10 yards on the play. And that sets up 4th and 6 for Huron from the 38-yard line. Actually, is more in 4th and 5, but go for it here. No reason not to. 4th and 5 from the 38-yard line. So big play here again. In the shotgun, Porish looking left. He's going to throw to the middle and through behind Schultz. Jimmy was open, incomplete, and Spearfish will get the ball back on downs with 10:19 to go in the game. So Spearfish will take over. Will be 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. First and 10 from the 38, shotgun. Hand off to Bosch, going left, head down. He's going to get about 5 yards when he gets ahead of steam. He's a hard guy to bring down. One of those kind of bowling ball type guys. Oakley Anderson with the stop for Huron. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Mick Bosch. Just his second carry, though, of the second half. 2nd and 5, ball at now, the 43 for Spearfish. 2 receivers left, and it looks like a double tight set. Huron crowding the line. Hand off Bosch. He's going to turn the corner. He's got some room. Oh, caught from behind. Nice play by the Tigers. Oh, Bryson North getting some defensive time, and I thought Bosch had some room there, and Bryson was able to bring him down from behind, getting some time on the defensive line. Still, though, it's a gain of 3. And now it's close enough where they may bring the chains in for a measurement. He's right at the sticks. So he'll be 1st and 10 or 3rd and short for Spearfish. So they bring the chains out, and boy, it is close. 4th down, looks like a couple of inches. Or 3rd down and a couple inches, excuse me. Ball just shy of the Spearfish 48-yard line. Inside of 10 minutes to go in the game. Spearfish trailing by 2, and they're near midfield. And a 3rd and short. Again, they'll take the shotgun snap back at the 41-yard line when they need an inch. Snap and hand off to Bosch up the middle, breaks through. He's got the 1st down. He's got more. 40, lost the ball. It's on the ground, and who's going to get it? Still on the ground here on ball. Bosch had the ball. He fumbled it ahead. Coulette was going after it, and it looked like Coulette was trying to pick it up instead of just cover it. And the fumble gives the ball back to Huron with 9:32 to go in the game. Turnover, just the 2nd of the night for Spearfish. but a big one gives Huron the ball with 9.5 minutes to go in the game. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So Huron gets a break there. You need to take advantage of it. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Trips left, and Porish the option. Now pitches to Hulse, turns the corner. Oh, I thought he was going to turn the corner and go upfield, but he ran out of real estate. Does get a few yards out of it, though. Actually, not much. He had turned the corner, but just ran out of real estate as Spearfish strung him out. He'll get up to the 28, so a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7, Huron Tigers. 21-19, Huron clinging to a 2-point lead. Tight game between two top 6 teams in 11AA. 2nd and 7. We're back to the pistol now for Porish. Low snap. And Porish will keep it, try to turn the corner, and he's going to be dropped for a loss as Spearfish strung it back for a loss of 3. A low snap, and Porish started to come left, but then he just stopped running, but there was about 3 jerseys over there too. And now Huron faced with a 3rd and 9, loss of 2. 3rd and 9 for Huron at the 26-yard line. And Huron does have the wind to their back, but you need to convert here. Inside of 9 minutes to go, Huron the 2-point lead. Trips left, one receiver right. And the pistol for Porish. Porish runs up the middle, breaks a tackle, but only gets up to the 30, and Huron will have to punt. Got ankle tackled there. And 4th down, and Huron will have to punt again. So Porish has, let's see, how many punts has he had? He's at a 51-yard punt and a 2-yard punt. Need to put the foot into this one there with the wind to his back. Snap is there, and the kick is a line drive, and Vavruska lets it bounce past the 30 and going to die right there. 41 yards on the punt for Porish. And Spearfish gets the ball back after a 3 and out. Huron can't do anything with the turnover. And 1st and 10. Spearfish will have the ball right at their own 30-yard line. 8:06 remaining. Spearfish in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. And what do we got? Flag on the play, and 2 linemen jumped on the white, 1 on the orange, and this is going to go on the white. 12th penalty, 105 yards on Spearfish. Now they're back at the 25. Now it's 1st and 15 at the 25 for Spearfish. Low snap, and Hughes will keep it. Looking to pass, still looking, and now throws over the middle. Pass deflected and intercepted. Interception, Jeremy Hofer. It went in and out of the hands of Couette, and on the tip drill, Jeremy Hofer gets his 2nd pick of the game, and Huron gets great field position. You gotta do something with this. 1st and 10, Huron has the ball at the Spearfish 37-yard line. So that's 2 plays in a row where Spearfish has turned the ball over. Now Huron with great field position at the Spearfish 37-yard line. 7:57 to go in the game. We go 1st and 10. Pistol, wing to the left. And Porish will hand it up straight ahead to Hulse. Gets past the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Solid gain of about 5, 2nd and 5 for Huron. See where they put it for sure. A little closer to 33. Well, we'll go 5 on it. 19th carry of the game for Halston. He's got to be close, if not over, to 100 yards, but I haven't done the addition. 2nd and 5 from the 33-yard line, between the 33 and 32. Huron moving some guys around in the shotgun for Porish. And straight ahead, a little juke step, and Holst up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another. It's a foot race down to the 5. 1st and goal. Huron. Holst definitely over 100 now. Touchdown saving tackle by Cade Vavruska. But get it down to the 4-yard line. Gain of 27 for Holst, and Huron right at the line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. And bad snap, and Holst came up with it. That didn't look good from the beginning. We're going to lose a yard or 2 on the play, but kept possession. Going to lose 2. It'll be 2nd and goal back at the 7. Clock rolls down to 6.5 minutes to go. Receivers left and right. On 2nd and goal now from about the 6 or 7. Porish now watching that play clock run. Holst right beside him. An inside handoff to Holst again, trying to bounce it out. He's in trouble, and he's going to be dropped for no gain. 3rd and goal from the 7. Huron had a 1st and goal at the 4. Now they're 3rd and goal at the 7. 22nd carry of the game for Landon Holst. So big play here on 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line. By the way, Carter Porish has his shoulder pads off. He was injured in the 3rd quarter, and looks like he's done for the game. Huron's had some injuries tonight. 3rd and goal from the 7 for Huron. In the shotgun, here comes motion. That's Juergens. Now he slips, goes back the other way. Roll out to the left for Porish. Looking, throws. The touchdown, Juergens. Just a floater by Porish. He put touch on it. Coverage was there. Touchdown to Juergens. 7 yards. And Huron goes up 8, 27-19. Here comes an all-important extra point. Need to get the extra point to make it a 2-possession game with 5:23 to go. And we will kick the extra point. Mr. Min is 1 of 3 on the extra points. Snap is there. The kick is up, and it is blocked. It's no good. So it's still a 1-possession game. 8 points, 27-19, 5:23 to go. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
At the Dairy Queen of Huron, the August blizzard of the month is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Huron increases the lead to 27-19, but boy, those extra points. Both teams have struggled on the conversions. And Anderson Porish will kick off with the wind to his back. Vavruska and Hughes are back deep to receive, and Spearfish has done a good job on their kick returns. Both those guys are dangerous back there, and Huron still having some discussion on how they're going to do this kick. Not sure what all the discussion is, but now Porish is ready to kick the ball away. Huron up by 8. Still 5:23, a long time to go in this one. Spearfish has 2 timeouts, probably too early to worry about the timeouts too much. And Porish will do the squib, going to be picked up at the 28-yard line by one of the up backs, and he'll get it up to about the 42. So still good field position for Spearfish. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Winiger on a stop for Huron on special teams. So does the defense have another stop in them? 1st and 10, Spearfish from the 43-yard line, their own 43. Empty backfield. Nope. Bosch is there. I just couldn't see him behind Hughes. Fumbled snap again, and Hughes will be dropped back at the 33-yard line. That's been happening all night. Bryson North, I believe, got in there. And a loss on the play all the way back to the 34-yard line. That's a loss of 9, 2nd and 19. And that has happened more than a couple times. First time it's really came to bite Spearfish, however. 2nd and long. Hughes going to roll to the left. He has a fly pattern. Oh, he had Colette open. Now he's just going to throw it up for grabs. Tipped and flag on the play. That was just a jump ball, as there was a we saw somebody jump over and tip it away. I think it was a Huron kid. Well, obviously a Huron kid tipping it away. Then the flag came in from behind. This may go on Huron and a pass interference. Yep, they're walking it off against Huron. All the way up, a 15-yard penalty, 49 yards. Lots of officials right below me. Still 2nd down. That didn't give him a 1st down. His 2nd and about 4 from the 49-yard line. Shotgun for Hughes, but much more manageable. Hughes hands off to Bosch, flips, now goes left. He's got the 1st down. Big gain inside the 40 down to the 39. He kind of went the middle, then just turned the corner. Hofer on the stop for Huron, but Bosch gets the 1st down for Spearfish. As he's up to the 40-yard line, that's a gain of 11 for McBosch. 1st and 10, ball right at the 40-yard line as Spearfish down 8 with the ball. Little shift by the tight end. High snap, but came down with that one. Bosch up the middle and gets stacked up. He'll get a couple of yards out of it. Oakley Anderson on the stop for Huron. Bosch will get 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Clock rolling inside of 4 minutes to go in the game. 27-19. Still a 1-possession game. In the shotgun on 2nd and long. Here comes a blitz. Going to throw it to the far sideline. Pass complete for Vavruska. Broken tackle. 1st down and more. Runs out of bounds at about the 22. Vavruska moves the sticks again for Spearfish. And a 1st down Spartans inside the 20. And now, timeout Huron. Huron uses their final timeout, a defensive timeout. Vavruska got down to the 23-yard line. So that was a gain of 17. Timeout Huron. Huron out of timeouts with late in the 4th quarter. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Provide everything they need, but the experienced food consultants at Dakota Land Food help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a family's life, the food consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Food, your local food supplier. KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Defensive timeout for the Huron Tigers. They're out of timeout. Spearfish has the ball 1st and 10 at the Huron 23-yard line. 3:37 to go in the game. 27-19. The lead is 8 for Huron. Shotgun for Hughes on first down. Hughes straight drop. Now he's going to run it himself up the middle. Caught from behind. That'll be a loss on the play. Ty Kleinsasser on the stop for Huron. Loss back to the 25-yard line. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Spearfish right back on the line as the clock continues to roll. 3:15 left in the game. Spearfish needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Little shift by Bosch. Shotgun. And fake. And there up the middle is Hughes. He's to the 15, to the 10. And it's going to be 3rd and short. They put it in the belly of Bosch. Huron bid on it. And did he get the first down? He's down to the 13, and that's very close to it anyway. They're going to say first down. So a gain of 12 for Hughes. 1st and 10 for Spearfish from the Huron 13-yard line. Inside of 3 minutes to go. Huron up 8. In the shotgun, shift by the back. That's not Bosch anymore. Handoff up the middle, big hole going to the left, and I believe knocked out of bounds. The carry that time, Graham Hughes, and that's his first carry of the game. And he got all the way down to the 6-yard line, and Spearfish is in position. They have a 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard gain for Graham Hughes. Now it looks like Bosch is back in the backfield. 2nd and 3 from the 6. And Hughes going to keep it, turns up, does a juke inside, touchdown. Spearfish gets within 2 as Hughes scores from 6 yards out. Now here comes the very important 2-point conversion. 2:35 to go, plenty of time remaining. (27-19), and now here comes a big 2-pointer. Spearfish did try a 2-pointer once. They made it, but got called for a penalty, then tried it again and missed. Now Spearfish going to burn a timeout. They're going to have 1 remaining. So big play coming up. 2-point conversion to tie it. It's 27-25 Huron. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Regional Medical Center, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the pro rehab physical therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. And that's the one to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Well, there's only 1 timeout left between the 2 teams, and that's for Spearfish. Spearfish trying to dial up that special 2-point conversion play as we get ready for the 2-pointer. From the 3-yard line, Spearfish looking to tie the score. They go 2 receivers right, a wing to the right, and the shotgun for Thomas Hughes. Bosch is right beside him. They do a little shift to the right. There comes motion. And rolling to the right is Hughes. He's trying to run it in, and he's not. Did he get in? He did not. He stepped out of bounds at the 2. (27-25). And Huron holds, and it's 27-25. So Huron hangs on to a 27-25 lead with 2:35 to go. And what happened? Do we have a penalty there too on Spearfish? they probably heard the guy up here, so because he deserves a double on that. So 15-yard penalty, 120 yards total for the game. And now here's the question. Does Spearfish try the onside kick here? They have one timeout left to stop the clock once, but 2:35 is a long time for Huron to run it out if they can just snap it and cover it. But again, they'll be kicking off from the 25-yard line. So we'll go first we'll get the kickoff. Let's do a scoreboard update. How about that? Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update, 11AA final. Watertown 48, Douglas 0. Another tight one. Yankton leads Pierre 35-28. Pierre has the ball late in the game. Final, Brookings 21, Roosevelt 7. In overtime, T-Area defeated Mitchell 26-20, and Aberdeen defeated Sturgis 21-13. Final in AA. Huron looks like they're coming out with their hands team. But again, I'm just trying to figure out the arithmetic on this for sure. With one timeout left, if you had two timeouts left, it might be different. But with the 15-yard penalty, Spearfish is going to have to do the kick from the 25-yard line. So Huron is lining up for a potential onside kick with only one man back deep to receive. See what the strategy is here for Coach Teason. Sam Marcus is the place kicker for Spearfish. 27-25, Huron hanging on to a 2-point lead. And, well, everybody's kind of putting themselves in position. The way Spearfish is acting, it's going to be an onside kick. Now, they're going from the far left hash, so a lot of room here to the near side of the field to me. And Huron's got 10 guys up basically between the 45 and the 35, and only one back deep to receive the kick. It is an onside kick, but it's not going far enough yet. Now it does. Scramble, and Huron says they got it. Well, there's a fight for it. Holst is on it, and he comes out with it. Well, that actually worked out well for Spearfish. That's how you want an onside kick to go. And Huron had a choice. Do you go up and cover it, or do you, because at first it looked like it wasn't going to get there, but then it did. So now Huron is one first down away from winning it, but that's going to be a tough thing to do. It's a long 2:35 left on the clock. Huron does have the ball at their own 36, 1st and 10. Spearfish probably going to be selling out for the run here. Shotgun for Porish with Holst. And it is a handoff to Holst up the middle. Not much as, again, there's Lathan Lucas. I haven't been keeping Spearfish's tackling stats, but he's had a ton of them. Gain of 1 on the play for Holst. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Huron, and the clock rolls. Huron will be able to get it underneath 2 minutes here, as Spearfish not going to use the timeout yet. Will be 2nd and 9 from the 35 for Huron. 14 seconds on the play clock. Huron still in the huddle at this point. They don't have any timeouts. In the pistol, it'll be 2nd down and 9. Little shift. There's the option. Porish will turn it up. Go across the grain. He's got the first down to the 20. Porish went back against the grain to the left. Porish is hurt. It is a first down, but Porish stays down. But Huron does get the first down with 1:45 to go. Ooh, you don't like to see that. So another injury on the field. This has been a tough game for Huron from an injury standpoint. And now Porish is down. It is a first down as he got down to the 20-yard line. And that was a gain of 15 on the play. But of more concern is the Huron quarterback has stayed down. We'll take a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update here, and we'll hope for the best with Anderson Porish. In 9B, Hitchcock-Tulare defeated Sunshine Bible 42-22. Del Rapids St. Mary defeated Iroquois Lake Preston 78-24. In 9A, Gregory was up big on Wolsey Wessington and did defeat them 57-6. In 11B, Woonsocket Wessington Springs knocked off number 2 Wagner 13-6 in a battle of top 5 teams in 11B. And our game we had over on KOKK saw winner take care of business with Miller Highmore Herald 36-8. Boy, Portage still on the ground. Colt Culver, the backup quarterback, is going to come in a pretty delicate situation. But Huron does have a fresh set of downs here. Portage, I can't tell if he's sitting up now or not, but got a crowd around him. Minute 45 to go in the game. Huron up 2, and they have a fresh set of downs, but the quarterback, Anderson Portage, is still on the field. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
Tiger 95 and 1330 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Well, we're back at Tiger Stadium, and concern in the black and orange stands as Anderson Portage is still on the field at the 20-yard line. He did get the first down on a gain of 15, but was injured right at the end of the play, and right now he's still down. Colt Culver, the sophomore quarterback, is taking some snaps now as the Huron Tigers have concern on the field. Again, we're down to a minute 45 to go in the game. Huron's got a fresh set of downs, and Huron can just about kill the clock, I would think, now, as Spearfish just has one timeout remaining. But again, a bigger concern is Anderson Portage still on the field, and this has been down for a few minutes here. So got trainers out there, coaches out there, and now he is up on his feet. So hopefully that's a good sign and good sportsmanship. The Spearfish faithful across there standing and applauding Anderson as well, and he is walking off under his own power. Huron will have a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Colt Culver, the sophomore quarterback, I presume, is on the field. And I'm sure the ball is going to go to Landon Holst. Yep, Culver comes in. Colt has had one snap so far, varsity. He threw a pass. I think it was in the opening game against Pierre at a 4-yard completion when Portage had to come out for a play. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line and wind the clock as well. And now they haven't started winding the clock yet, so now the officials are going to come together. So this is going to be Landon Holst, and the line just has to. So we'll get the ball down to a minute 20 before Culver will have to take a snap, and there we go. And now, okay, Spearfish is going to take their final timeout here. Interesting. Well, you had to take it at some point, I guess, at this point. So timeout, Spearfish. With a minute 43 to go, we'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Huron Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness group that fits your schedule. Huron Center offers water swims, weight and cardio classes, bicycle chain classes, and more. New fitness classes are led by the Huron Center's expert instructors. The fitness class today at Huron Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
40-second.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
It'd be close. Well, having a discussion up here, we're trying to do the arithmetic, and Huron just take a knee here 3 times. It's 1st and 10 at the 20. Spearfish now out of timeouts, and the clock would have wound if they had not taken that timeout. They did put the clock back at 1:45. So in the shotgun is Colt Culver. Tough spot for the sophomore with Anderson Porage. He's got 3 guys around him on the bench. And Landon Hulst take care of the ball. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Hulst. He'll dart through and get a yard or so pushed back. And now the 40-second goes. We'll get underneath a minute here before the second down snap. No gain on the play for Hulst. By the way, that is Landon Hulst's 24th carry for 133 yards. As he's had, 3 consecutive 100-yard games, if going back to T, I believe. And again, Huron will just let that clock run down. Now they come up the line with 10 seconds on the play clock. Nice to have that play clock so you know right where you're at. They're in the pistol here with 5-4 on the play clock, and there's the knee by Culver back at the 25. Yep, and Huron can run it out. Just take one more knee because it's 3rd down. Just let the game clock get inside of 40, then you can take a knee, and then the game will be over. So Huron somehow is going to survive tonight unless calamity happens here on this one final snap. But the clock's under 40 seconds. That means Huron can just kneel on it, and the game will be over. Still in the shotgun, though, as Culver. Well, he's watching the clock, but he can just snap it at any point now. Snap is there. There's the knee, and the Huron Tigers escape on homecoming game. There's the back flick by Landon Hulst, and Huron hangs on the win. Huron 27, Spearfish 25. Huron moves to 4-1, while the Spearfish Spartans drop to 3-2. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, and Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame will begin on Dakota Sports.
Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We choose thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, with hours of peekaboo at that goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Experience delicious. Experience why you take the restaurant in Ace Farms. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Find it here at a still party in abundance and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Find the restaurant in Ace Farms in the Crossroads in downtown Huron. Plus offers some classy smoke large recreations and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-252-5776 for the free estimate. Pros at full pool tubs help you get great looking, durable surfaces and epoxy flooring. The owner operator visited at 201 Market Studios. Check out the website at fieldclinicplus.net. King Pulse is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports. Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does ship repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Well, I always say it's never easy when you're a Huron Tiger. This one was never easy. Huron was down 12-0. We're down again early in the third quarter, but able to hang on for a 2-point win here over a very good Spearfish team. 27-25. Huron hangs on to win it. Now 4-1, and the boys are going over to ring the bell on the south end of the field. Coach Strand going to make his way up as well, and A lot of injuries tonight. Boy, Huron's going to be banged up going into Douglas next week. Huron going out to Douglas as well. And so lots to talk about on that. But Huron takes the lead. Huron was down, well, let's see, what was it, 19-15 after Spearfish scored on their first possession of the second half. Thomas Hughes, a 2-yard run. But then Huron strung together a couple of touchdowns in a row as they got a score on a 31-yard touchdown pass, Porish to Winiger, and then Mason Jurgens hauled in a 7-yard pass from Porish, put Huron up 27-19. Both teams struggled with those extra points, and that did come into play at the end of this game. And remember, Huron got a safety late in the first half. It ended up winning by 2, so a lot of little things end up to the final sum of a game, and the Huron Tigers move to 4-1 on the season and head to Douglas next week. We'll take another 2-minute timeout here from Tiger Stadium, run down some stats. Coach Strand will come up. We'll select the player of the game from Signature Plus, downtown Huron. Signature Plus has all the Tiger wardrobe you need and other things to wear as well. Stop by Signature Plus, downtown Huron. Timeout 2 minutes, then back here to Tiger Stadium. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. They can sideline for life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that can complete what you want. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams Cooking is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family commitment. No appointment needed. See them in 1159 Queen Avenue North. You're down in the car, 352-55. Adams Cooking also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Locally owned and open at 8 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams Cooking. 1159 Queen Avenue North. Adams Cooking is Boxweiser Tire Stores. Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, and fast delivery. Every day for delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from the delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's buffet. Featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're open at 195 Spearfish Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, instant sleep screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
We are back at Tiger Stadium. Continue the Gary Zell Autoglass post game, and Huron Tiger head coach Drew Strand joins us here as the boys still ringing the bell there on the south end of the field for another Tiger win. And Coach, I've had a saying, I think I started it back in 04 when we won the AA state title that year. We're Huron Tigers. It's never easy. That fit tonight.
Yep. I mean, these guys had to battle through a lot of adversity, and they did a great job of it. You know, I couldn't be more proud of these guys and what they came out here and did tonight. You know, kind of tonight was just showing the legacy of Huron football and everybody that's kind of came and played before them, and they did a fantastic job of showing everybody what Huron football is and what Huron football can be. And,
you know, we were resilient. We had another slow start. I think next week against Douglas, our second snap from scrimmage, we just take a knee because the second snap from scrimmage 2 weeks in a row has not done us well. But again, we came over an early 12-0 deficit, made a few of our own breaks, got a few other ones, and I don't know how we had a lead at halftime.
Yep. I mean, you know, we did it again. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot, whether it was running wrong routes or things like that. So just got to continue to work up, clean up those things so we can come out a little smoother. And, you know, I don't a lot of these kids kind of haven't been in this situation, so they get a little stressed out right away. But then as soon as they kind of get those beginning of the game jitters out, they kind of take off, and it's really helped these guys just kind of go after and take a breath and kind of relax and just get back into the things that they do well.
And just you just look all up and down. We bent and didn't break so much on defense tonight, but we knew Spearfish was just going to be a completely different look than the last 2 weeks with T-Area and Sturgis, that Hughes kid, and he's back for another year. That he's just a threat, and you just don't know what he's going to do. All those tall receivers, a lot of those guys are back. The kids, like I said, the kids made their own breaks, a couple of picks when we needed them, and we did just enough to get the win.
Yep, I mean, he's a shifty guy back there, and it's always West River East River battle, and they came to play tonight, and our guys came to play, and they did a good job of, like you said, bending and not breaking. And they just kind of went after it every time, no matter what the situation they were dealt or the situations they were put in, and they did a fantastic job of just overcoming all that adversity and going after it each play, no matter what.
3 touchdown passes for Anderson Pori. She did have the 1 pick six. That was kind of a tip ball, which, maybe we could have had that come out differently. But 3 touchdown passes, two to Riley Winiger, and actually 4 touchdown passes, 1 to his brother, 2 to Riley Winiger, and the one at the end there to Mason Juergens. That one to Mason just lofted it. I held my breath, but he knew what he was doing and just put it right where Mason could get it and kept him in bounds.
Yep, I mean, I thought, tonight he really showed us how well he could throw the ball, and he kind of showed everybody else out here. I thought he did really well in the deep ball throws, too, of either our guy gets it or nobody gets it, and just really finding those tight windows and zipping it in there when he had to. And just a great job of throwing those, and then just having the guys in the right spots. That pick six, he'll go home and he'll talk to his brother about it because his brother actually turned the wrong way. So I'm sure they'll go back and forth about that and it being his fault or their fault. But you know what? These guys do a good job of stepping up next play and just kind of washing everything that happened and move on.
And Mason Juergens, he went down there late in the first half, but was in before halftime came. And it was kind of like, this is my senior homecoming game. I'm not leaving.
Yep. One of those things we always talk about is just explosive plays and, making those explosive plays and having missed tackles. And we missed a lot on defense, but it'd be interesting to go see and go back. I know Mason, I think, broke 3 or 4 tackles on that touchdown. So just a great job by him and getting after it and really showing his playmaking ability tonight.
And speaking of broken tackles, our Signature Plus player of the game is Riley Winiger. He had 2 touchdown passes, 37 on the first one, although we're not sure exactly where the yard line was that. Then the second one was 31, and that first one, it was basically about a 4 or 5 yard pass, and Riley did the rest. He broke 3 or 4 tackles and just kept the legs pumping and found the end zone.
Yep, I mean, just keep going. We kind of tell our guys, like I said, just make explosive plays happen and break tackles. They did a fantastic job of that tonight and just really got after it. I thought our skill guys really stepped up when they loaded the box, and we were able to use those guys accordingly and get them the ball, and they were able to make plays for us, and that was huge tonight.
And defensively, as I said, we didn't break. Oakley Anderson, what can you say about that kid? I mean, my tackle sheet is incomplete, but I had him leading us with 8. But Cooper Bischoff had a great night, had the pick there that kept him out of the end zone initially. Ty Clansasser probably had the best hit of the night. A lot of kids are really starting to get their feet under them that necessarily hadn't had a lot of varsity time before.
Yep, I mean, we got a lot of guys that are understanding and knowing their stuff, and unfortunately tonight, Landon Holt's coming out on defense and having to put in another guy there, and Tice Huber stepping up, and just guys being able to step up and get into the position to make plays. I know a couple times that quarterback was a little shifty and got away from us, but, our guys did a good job of just kind of washing it and correcting themselves and doing the things correctly to have success.
And speaking of Landon Holst, I believe this is his 3rd consecutive 100-yard rushing game. I had him 24 carries, 133 yards. Anderson Porish added 55 as well. And, we weren't always getting that run game to going, but we just kept with it, and eventually something was going to break.
Yep, I mean, Landon has been such an explosive runner for us this season, and having that O-line over there with 2 years under their belt, and even moving the guys around tonight with Charlie coming off the O-line, and he's just been an explosive guy, and he gets around there, and in the second half, he's really showcased his ability to make those explosive plays happen.
And the injuries, obviously, you just got preliminary stuff, but this is probably the worst injury game we've seen this year for sure, and probably in a couple of years. Both Porishes went out, Charlie Martin went out, and right now we can't speculate, and we're not supposed to anyway. We'll just see how things are on Monday, and we'll get a team out there to Douglas.
Yep, I mean, our thing is just next challenge ahead of us, you know. And I thought these guys did a great job of just going through with whoever we did take out, whoever was in, and the next guy stepping up and just kind of stepping into the guy next to him, and even the leaders around him, kind of grabbing them guys and pulling them with them and being able to help them out. So we continue to do that. I think we'll be all right moving forward.
So I've said it last week, probably the week before too, onward and upward. Douglas is next.
Douglas is next. We look at it 0-0 each week, and, you know, these guys will have fun. I'm super proud of them of coming out here for their homecoming game and getting a win, and then it's just once we get to Sunday, it's 0-0 and new challenge, new week ahead of us.
Drew Strand, head coach of the Tigers, and again, Riley Winiger is our signature plus player of the game. 2 touchdown receptions, had 4 or 5 tackles, and just a solid game. Didn't come off the field hardly as that much at all. We'll take a timeout here, 2 minutes, run down the stats, and wrap this thing up on Dakota Sports.
I'm Jimmy Olson, the local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjimmy.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today. Shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a certified policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for performance apparel such as t-shirts and sweatshirts with beauty sports, of course. About signs, logos, and lights, graphic sets, not. Beauty sports, of course. Out front with the Tigers, beauty sports, downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports, KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We'll run down the stats and get things wrapped up here as the Huron Tigers sneak past Spearfish 27-25. Spearfish scored first midway through the first quarter after they had turned the ball over in the end zone on Huron's second snap from scrimmage. Thomas Hughes had a pick six, 31 yards out, missed the extra point. It was 6-0. Next possession, Spearfish drove down the field again and scored on a 14-yard pass from Hughes to Carson Sire. Again, missed the extra point, went for the 2-point conversion, actually. It was 12-0. Finally, Huron got back into the swing of things. They scored on a 20-yard touchdown pass, Porish to Porish, Anderson to Carter. The point after was no good, 12-6. Spearfish led. Huron then drove down the field, got inside the 5, but Spearfish held Huron, got the ball back at their own 6, and then Hughes was called for intentional grounding in the end zone, gave Huron the safety to make it 12-8 and gave Huron the ball, and Huron was able to score again right before halftime on a 37-yard touchdown pass from Anderson Porish to Riley Winiger, and that was about a 5-yard pass from Anderson and about a 32-yard wiggling run by Riley where he broke about 5-6 tackles and got into the end zone, and Huron led 15-12 at the half. After Huron punted to start the second half, Spearfish got a short field and they took it in down. I think it was a 4th down play, and Thomas Hughes took it in from 2 yards out. Sam Marcus had the extra point. It was 19-15. Huron bounced back with a second touchdown pass from Porish to Winiger, 31 yards, put Huron up 21-19 as they missed the extra point. Then Spearfish had a couple of opportunities, but a fumble and then a tipped interception stopped drives. And on that tipped interception, Huron got the ball in great field position still, though had to convert on, I believe it was either a third or fourth and goal from the 7. It was a 7-yard touchdown pass from Porish to Juergens, but Huron again missed the extra point, kept the door open with an 8-point lead. And then Spearfish able to drive down the field, and Hughes took it in from 6 yards out for his third touchdown on the game. And then it was controversial, reminiscent about 4 years ago of Huron and Mitchell on a 2-point conversion. Hughes came around the corner, reached for the pylon, did hit the pylon, but the official said he stepped out at the 2. It was no good, and then they tried the onside kick. Huron covered it, got a first down, and then ran out the clock from there to win it 27-25. For Spearfish, 126 yards on the ground, 154 through the air. Hughes, 14 carries, 68 yards, and the couple of touchdowns. Mick Bosch had 17 carries for 42 yards. And then Cade Vavruska had 1 carry for 9 yards, and Graham Hughes had 1 carry for 7 yards. Passing the ball, Hughes was 12 of 20 for 154 yards, had the 1 touchdown pass, and also threw a couple of picks. For Huron, on the ground, Huron had, I didn't add up all that. Huron had 188 yards rushing for Landon Hulst, 24 carries, 133 yards. Anderson Porish, 14 carries for 55 yards. And passing, Porish was 13 of 26 for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns, the 2 to Winiger and the 1 to Juergens. Time of possession flipped in the second half, and Huron ended up with a 1-minute time of possession advantage for the game, except that doesn't look right. Well, Spearfish for the game had 21 minutes and 30 seconds. That meant Huron had 26 minutes and 30 seconds. Huron controlled the ball in the second half. That doesn't look right, but we'll go with that for now because I'm tired. That'll wrap it up here from Tiger Stadium. A homecoming win for the Tigers on your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Huron 27, Spearfish 25. Huron improves their record now to 4-1. They head out to Douglas next Friday. That'll be a 7 o'clock Central kickoff here on Tiger. Big thank you to Amanda. She's had to work 2 very long games this week back at the studio. We're off for the weekend. We'll be back with Huron at Washington in volleyball Tuesday night here on Tiger. Hopefully getting that 6:30 start for volleyball on Tuesday. This has been a presentation of